eachother and sit down.
There you go. Let's see whether that's coming. Hello, gang. Colin here. Festa 67's workshop and the guru himself, Fox. Hello, mate. How you doing, geez?
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad.
Oh, yeah, it's been one of them evenings. Our technology's going through the roof. You're having ping issues with your phone lines, aren't you? And
yeah, I've got a demon downstairs with a hammer that's on the phone line.
So hopefully the stream lasts, because could well be. Don't forget as well, we've had a lot of violent storms and stuff going on, haven't we? So it could be a bit of the old. Don't know what that is. Atmospherics, you know.
Well, we haven't had that. We've had the rain that went.
Oh no, we had the storm of marble-sized hailstones and tornado funnels and that, mate. It was mint. But anyway, that's enough of that. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, you know what we call up north apocalypse.
Yeah, it was, mate. It literally was. In about a 20-minute period, it went from being quite a mild day to suddenly dark, stormy, violent, tropical storm and tornado funnels and all of that lot of mad panic and flooding. And then 2 hours later, it's as if nothing had happened, mate. It was really weird.
It's the Atlantic.
Yeah, it was really strange, mate. But anyway, let's get the pimpage out of the way. You can see it on your screens there. If you'd like to help keep this channel going, you can help support me by heading over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or click the join button below this or any of my other video content and become a channel member. You can also click the $sign just below the YouTube chat there, and that also puts in a super chat. You get your name in a nice big box on the screen, get a bit of the old air guitar and all of that lot, and it helps keep the channel alive, folks. You can also do the same by heading over to Guru, pop over to youtube.com/@GuruFox or patreon.com/modelmakingguru. All of that will get you access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout. Also, if you've got a webcam and a mic, it also gives you an opportunity to jump in on a spot on the Festa and Friends live streams. Talking of important people, let's have a quick looky-loo at the important people. In the chat, we have got Marcus saying, good evening, Colin, Fox, and all in chat.
Good evening, Marcus. Good evening, good evening.
JC Bricks and Builds is in, says, evening, Colin, Fox, and all in chat, Festa and Fox Hugs. How you doing, mate?
Hugs returned. Hugs returned.
PJ's in, says, evening, Colin, Guthorn, Fox, and everyone in chat. Hello, PJ. How you doing, mate?
Guthorn likes the fact he gets called out.
Absolutely. Everyone's saying hello to each other there. We have got Jeff Light in. He says, hello, Cole, Fox, and everyone in chat. Hello, Jeff. Love to you and Maggie. And he's also jumped in and said, AMV is all good at the moment. Thank you very much for that, Jeff. Massive thanks for that. It just lets us know that it's going out all right. Don't forget, folks, bench, belly, and a beverage. What's on your bench? What is in your belly? Excuse me. And what is your beverage of choice?
Yeah.
Ding. So, how are you?
Sorry, I'm doing the going down the stairs thing with Guthorn. I'm sorry. I'm fine, thank you, mate. I'm not too bad at all. How are you, my friend?
I am fine and dandy, because I have a box of goodness next to me that I can't talk about.
Shut up. Mine hasn't turned up yet.
Yours hasn't even been dispatched, have you?
This is always it, right? And whenever I have had occasion to order something for both Colin and myself, I'll go onto Amazon and I'll say, I shall order this item. I shall put Colin's address in and I shall send it. And then I shall order myself the same item at the same, straight afterwards, and I shall send that. And I live like 3 feet from the depot and he lives like in a different country, and he always gets his first, right? I don't know why. His dispatched yesterday and turned up today. Mine's not even dispatched yet. I ordered them like 2 minutes apart.
So I may have been mocking him because, you know, he has been in proper princess mode. You know.
I haven't really. Well, I have.
Yeah, yes. Little bits of him have died inwardly. You just know they have.
But it has given us a chance to finally see the size of the thing that we're going to be playing with, and it's like, oh crap, that's actually quite big.
Yes, it's kind of made us both go, okay.
Didn't realise it was that big.
Yeah, the fun will ensue. We'll launch that on the 15th on your show. Hopefully yours has arrived by then.
Yeah, assuming mine's turned up.
Unless you've got to wait another 12 weeks for it to come over from China, then I will mock you.
See, I don't know, because it says it's delivered between today and it says should be delivered on between the 11th, 12th, and 13th. But it's not even shown in dispatch yet.
You know
Today's
what'll happen now, mate? If it turns up, tomorrow, suddenly he'll be very ill on Monday and won't be able to do the e-model stream.
Yeah,
that'll be Carl.
Oh, that's this Monday, isn't it? Oh,
yeah, it's this Monday. Yeah, you got to wait another 7 days, mate.
Flipping Nora. That's northern for something I can't say.
Oh, bless. James is straight in with a belly and bench. Belly even, is chicken dippers. Bench trumpeter 72, stug free, Ulst F.
Stag.
And a Lego US, UCS Razor Crest for tomorrow's stream beverage and cherry peps. No, I've only been up about half hour, mate, ain't I? So... Yeah, because someone stayed up all day to wait for a Royal Mail collection that didn't materialise. Thank you, Royal Mail, for your bloody uselessness. And also, I had an Amazon delivery coming. And
can I just say that I actually read that as that James was having chicken diapers? I misread it completely. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I test on aisle 5.
And then it reminds me that Mama Wolf watches these videos on Facebook about this fluffy chicken that actually wears a diaper.
So, anyway, what are you up to tonight? Obviously, ours Mum as well.
Tonight I am carrying on with my my Armageddon Steel Legion dudes. I've built 4. I've only got 10 times as many dudes left to build.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, so I've got one of the 3 heavy weapon squads. I've got 3 plasma dudes who come around, and I've got like at least 40 of these guys to go. So I'm going to start with one of the small packs.
Oh, happy
tonight.
days.
This is one of about 5 of the
many
packs.
folks, eh?
Yeah, so I might get 1 or 2 dudes done.
This is why he's a GNU, you know.
Oh, shush. Just shush. What about you tart? What are you up to tonight?
I am doing a bit more on my Indy car, or my Indianapolis pace car. I'm doing the marriage tonight. I'm putting a body shell on, so we got a bit of body shell done now, and yeah, it's getting
Sort
there.
your body out.
So I want to bung that all on, and then we can get the model assembled and look at giving it a good old polish at the end. So that's what I'm up to, folks.
You're going to rub your red bits?
I'm gonna play with my... No, let's end that conversation.
Yes, I've just realised something.
What's that, mate?
I get the impression that some of these may have been sat on the warehouse for a while, because it's in the plastic clamshell, but you won't see on camera, but it's got this like slightly not quite clear yellowy tint of a very old plastic clamshell.
Oh, is it really? Oh dear.
Yeah, like this has been sat around on the shelf for a while, this one, I think.
Yeah.
I've got some crinkly noises, I do apologise.
No, that's all right, mate. You crinkle away, mate.
Bench and belly for me would be, I've just finished getting up to update on my GT40. And belly was tagliatelle bolognese.
Oh, nice one.
And then beverage is water.
Oh, nice one.
I would go with a chain sword.
Water, bit Yorker. Don't quite taste like what it ought.
Right, now I've got a whole mess of arms and torsos. I don't know which goes with which. Let's find out. Yeah, so how is everyone? I hope everyone in chat is all right and having a good time.
Yeah, we're hoping that you're all good and well.
Yeah.
That life is treating you as it should.
Yes. Whenever I get a big pile of like 25mm bases from GW, I can't help looking at them like bottle caps in Fallout games.
Oh, really?
I just seem like if I have lots of them, I'm very rich. It just feels like I'm rich. It'll be the new currency in the post-apocalypse.
Yeah, you feel enriched as well, do you?
Yeah. Maybe slaughter bases are the slightly cheaper ones.
Did you do Marcus's one on PJ's? PJ says sirloin steak, baby new potatoes with fried mushrooms and tomato. Bench is a 1/450th-ish Destiny from Stargate Universe, recreating the detail. Good man. Did it go together all right in the MPJ? Because I haven't seen you for a little while, and you was doing a bit of sandage and fettling when I last saw you. Marcus says beef burrito, spicy, empanadas. Bench 35th SLT 56 tank transporter and a beer as beverage. And Kevin Stevens is in saying good evening, Colin and Fox. Hello, Kevin. Love to you and
Hey,
Jackie,
Kevin.
mate. Hope you're both all right.
Yes. Oh, I forgot I did have a beer with my dinner. It was a non-alcoholic beer.
Oh, I'll be pressed, soldier.
Yeah, because Mama Wolf can have non-alcohol beers.
Did you slightly have beery eyes, or was you a good girl?
Beery eyes?
Beery eyes, did you, because you don't drink a lot, do you?
No, it's zero alcohol.
Oh, right, okay.
Alcohol-free. Because that's what Mama Wolf is allowed a treat of a beer.
Yeah.
If she behaves and does things, but it's got to be alcohol-free because she can't have alcohol. So.
My mum's still so old school, she still has a can of stout every day.
Oh, yeah. Bless her.
Can of stout.
Can of stout.
Kevin says belly homemade cheese and bacon burger with homemade potato wedges, beverages, coffee, a bench, Hobby Boss, SKD FZ 101 in 1/35th scale.
Do you know?
Do I know?
Do you know what SDKFZ stands for?
No idea, mate.
Sonderkraftfahrzeug.
Oh, well, there you go then. I feel enlightened and emboldened, and dare I say it, I'm going to sleep a lot better now knowing that.
Yep. And Ausf means Ausführung.
Oh, right.
There you go.
There you go, folks. You
I think
heard it here first.
Sonderkraftfahrzeug means special vehicle or special purpose vehicle, something like that.
Yeah.
I like to fill people's brains with things.
Yeah, or all-purpose vehicle, or, whatever.
That's a crap pose.
It's the only pose I've got, mate.
Not your pose, you spoon. That can't be the way you're supposed to pose him, surely. He looks like he's kind of waving his chainsaw ahead of him and also his las pistol. It's like...
We're 2 minutes in, folks, and already he's complaining about the kit. How do you think his build progress is going to go this evening? And this is nothing to do with me having a parcel that he doesn't have.
I deny the existence of this parcel.
You do realise I am going to be very nearly said something. Very nearly said a grown-up word then.
I know what you're going to be, and you're going to be that all damn night, and I know it.
Yeah, but if the shoe was firmly on the other foot...
Oh, absolutely.
You would be doing the same, dear.
Don't you doubt it for a minute.
There you go. We've got the marriage.
I'm going to have to consult some images. See exactly what I'm supposed to do with this arm.
Have a looky-loo at how that sits. Put me a little bit of glue in each corner.
Let me look at the images. Oh, again, Steel Legion.
There you go. Let's
to find which one it is now.
Bring that in there. And I got your message earlier on, PJ, by the way, mate, so I shall watch that back. Yeah.
Am I missing something there, perhaps?
Yeah. I may have inquired a question regarding our friend Dan Croak. Yeah.
I shall pretend I know what that is. And
I asked PJ to ask him whether he wears a beard net in bed because he has a very, very long beard.
Oh, Dan Croak, I remember now. I remember that conversation.
Yeah. Well, chunkiest elastic bands there. So
chunkiest. Apparently this guy's pose is actually meant to be derpy as hell.
Oh, really?
It's like, like you're walking forward, two guns like that, pew, 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 pew. But imagine one of your guns is just a ginormous chainsaw and you've got both arms out in front of you going, ah, ha, ha. It's just, It's not really what you call a great pose, but it works.
That's the job.
Yeah, it's a very strange pose. You're a very strange pose.
Roll that.
Now don't forget, folks, we do both have the chat in front of us, so if you want to engage us in witty conversation and to make the most of our wit and sagacity, then please put comments in the chat. You can either do at Festa67's workshop or at Guru Fox, and that'll put our name in an orange box so we can see the comment because we've got it in front of us. Or you can do a super chat by pressing the dollar symbol underneath the chat window, and that'll give you a big orange box. We can see it, and it'll help Colin's channel out.
Absolutely, and not that we've pre-planned this in any way. Jeff is in Candygram for Mongo saying hi, Festa67's workshop, Fox, Kevin, Marcus, PJJC, Jeff, and all in chat, and it is yay the weekend.
The best antidote for pseudoscience, I firmly believe, is science.
You go.
I was ready and waiting for that one.
You've had that quote ready for a while, haven't you?
Yeah. Josh is in at Revell.Design, if you haven't said that already.
Hello, Josh. How you doing, buddy? Lovely to see you in, mate. Wavy, wavy.
I'm just straightening his chainsaw because you can do that with white metal.
I'm proud of you, soldier.
Ow! I've got to try and straighten his chainsaw, but it's got all the teeth on the bottom, and every time I try and bend it, it digs the teeth into my thumb. Ow!
Oh, did you do stabbingkins?
No, it's like I'm trying to bend it in the direction of all the sharp pointy teeth.
Oh.
It's like, did it have to bend that way and not the other way? That would have been way easier.
Oh, fummy wummy. Poor fummy wummy.
My thumb from last week. Bleeding like a stuck pig I was. Do you know how much sympathy I got?
None.
Yeah, that much. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you honestly think you deserve sympathy?
Absolutely. I deserve all the sympathy. I've got to put up with you all night. I have to put up with you every day.
Yeah, and? You'd be lost. You'd be lost, you would.
Would I be lost? Would I be just rent asunder in the wilds?
You'd have no one to stream with. You'd be all lonely and you'd miss me. You know you would.
I'm just rustling the newspaper and saying, yes, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Why do I know that? Why do I know that? Little bits of me are dying inside at this moment.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we've just discussed earlier, there is a cure for your dead cold-heartedness, and you will soon undertake this cure.
I know.
And I will be very, very happy to witness this.
Life as I know it. Yeah.
Yeah. But we cannot discuss it at this time.
No, I'm touching my box. That sounded wrong.
I don't want to know about things like that. Thank you very much. I think you're allowed, although we can't say, I think you're allowed to show people how big your box is. What do you think?
Yeah.
For this super secret thing. Just so people get an idea how big.
Hold up a minute. I've got boom arms everywhere, so bear with me.
Boom arms.
There you go, folks. Look at that.
Yeah, we did not expect it to come in a box that big. We were like, oh, crud. Candygram for Mongo. Jeff has been a member for 23 months.
Oh, happy days. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Jeff says it's a great quote. Thank you. And Revell.Design. Josh says, I am doing good.
Oh, glad to hear it, Josh. Glad to hear it, mate.
Paul Lewis says, Fox is making tiny metal figures, presumably to hang on his Pandora jewelry bracelet, something every little princess should have. No, they go onto me Polly Pocket bracelet. Oh, you know, anything. God.
Yeah, he has got a Polly Pocket bracelet as well, PJ.
Such a noob.
You'll hear nothing derogatory about his Polly Pocket bracelet either.
I nearly ordered, well, I nearly owned a 1/24th scale 1967 Impala from Supernatural today.
Oh, really?
Complete with figure of Dean Winchester. But the order, after about an hour, it said, yeah, we've cancelled your order. I'm like, why?
Oh, you're not having much luck, are you, mate?
No. And I looked on the thing and it said they had 10 in stocks. It's like, well, why have you cancelled my order for, you fascists? Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it's funny.
And apparently, I looked up as well, there is a 1/18th scale die-cast Impala, Supernatural, with the figures of Dean and, what's his name? Dean and Sam in the car as she sat there. And they're actually really good figures. And they were like about 70 quid when they were made. Yeah. Now they're like 700, 800, 900 quid. And I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, although, that's serious Wonga, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, although there was somebody selling just the car without the 2 figures and unboxed for like 45 quid. And I'm like, oh, you don't know what you're selling.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're selling.
Oh, I've had that before, mate, where you see something pop up on the flea page, you're like, part of you wants to tell the person what they've got, doesn't it? And the other part of you says, yeah, but I could snag a bargain here, so, yeah.
Check your chat, buddy.
Marcus has put in an €11.99 super chat. He says, great stream. Yeah. Wish I had the stamina. He says, Z's enjoy all. Thank you very much, Marcus.
Take care, buddy.
For your ongoing generosity, mate. It really does help me out, mate. And sleep well.
Yeah. Good dreams, buddy.
Love to your boy as well, mate. Hope he's all right. He can have himself a rather sexy bit of air guitar there. Yeah, that's what coming to my head for some reason.
As soon as you started making it, I was like, yeah, so I ordered this thing and it was like it was 1/24 scale. It was all right, but it gave me the figure of Dean, which was generic white male face. But I thought, you know what, I could repaint that.
Yeah.
But then it said, no, we cancelled your order for no real appreciable reason. Well, why are you listing 10 in stock still?
Absolutely. Dolcosaurus is in, says, good evening, everyone. He says, dinner is ready. Homemade cheeseburgers and French fries or chips, whichever you want to call. Happy days, mate. Everyone's saying good evening. Candygram says, what a legend Marcus is. He is a very generous man, Jeff. And, yeah, it's massively appreciated.
He's a legend in his own lifetime.
The Bobbins is in saying good morning. Hello, Bobbins. How you doing?
Evening.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, you're doing all right, geezer?
Yes. Now I'm about to find out how utterly impractical it is to try and drill out the barrel of a las pistol.
Drill out your barrels. Drill out your barrels of las.
Guns. Pistols. On these particular metal ones. On plastic I can do it, but on metal I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
This could all end in tears, folks.
Well, it might not, because I can't remember where the flip I put my actual drill bits.
All the peas,
I put the
mate.
drill bits in a place, and the place I put them was somewhere. Oh, I know where I put them. There they are. These are the ones that PJ suggested. So these are the ones I bought, the ones I can't open because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, the ones with the slidey case that is really easy to open, you mean?
It's like, oh, it works now. Okay. Tart.
It's because you've got girls' hands.
I've not got girl's hands, I've got a princess hand. It's different. Shut up. Honestly. Philistines.
All right, I should be sending you loads of pictures later.
You can shut up of the pictures of the fine items that you've received. I don't want to see them in my eyes.
You know, every time you pick your phone up, you're going to have a fresh message with that in there, aren't you? You know it.
I'll give you a fresh message.
You know what's going to happen, though? If he turns up tomorrow, I am going to get such squeezy messages.
Oh, God, yeah. There'll be maximum squee.
Yeah, I'll have a messenger full up of distraction raccoons and all sorts, mate. It's, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, distraction raccoon is the way forward.
Oh, yeah, you've got to have distraction raccoon in your life, mate. Your life isn't complete unless you ain't got one of them.
No. Life is a cabaret, old boy.
Life is a cabaret.
You started singing that and then realised you don't actually know the tune, didn't you?
I don't know any of the tunes, mate.
You kind of had that sound of, I've just started singing, but I don't know the tune, so I don't know how I'm singing. What?
Yeah, it's that awkward moment when you go,
and the words start coming out and you're like, oh, hang on, I'm not actually...
It's like when you're walking down the street and you think you see someone you know and you're going, oi, oi,
or if you just kind of do that wave and then you go, you're scratching your head.
Or the people that trip up the curb and do that little skip in the hope that someone hasn't seen that they've tripped up the curb.
Oh, yeah. And you know everybody knows they have.
Absolutely. We all want to mock them.
Mocularity. It is the way of the way forward.
Absolutely. Let's get my scalpel of stabby out.
Get your bits out. Get all your bits out.
Get all... yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, I've drilled out the barrel of a las pistol rather successfully.
Oh, mate.
In metals.
I'm proud of you, soldier.
Now, a las rifle will be different because that's a long, stringy weapon, and I'll bend it, and it's got a smaller hole area. There's no guarantee.
You're a long, stringy weapon.
You're a whole area. You're a whole area, you are. Anyway, so I hope everyone in chat is having a good a start to their weekend.
Yeah. Dare I say it's a sensible weekend this weekend, isn't it? There's no silly shenanigans going on and distractions.
No, there's no rubbish. There's Warhammer Sunday, Saturday. There's the Sunday brunch, and that's all you need for your weekend. Everything else is
absolutely. All you need to worry about.
Yep.
We're the only kings on this week. So
this is our manor.
Yeah.
A weekend is our manor.
Call yourself a... Yeah.
I realised yesterday when I was in the front bedroom getting stuff out for the GT40, or rather putting stuff away for the GT40. I have more Forge World kits than I realised because I've got 2 Deathcore Krieg Lehman Russia that I'd forgotten all about.
So that statement of building all your Forge World rapidly, how's that going?
Yeah. Well, I forgot that, like, when they were saying, right, these are last chance to buy now because they're going out of print forever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'll pick 2 up then because they'll be worth 4 times as much by the time I've painted them and put them on eBay. And I'd forgot about them. So, it's Lehman Russ is what you expect. It's just a normal Lehman Russ plastic, but with a resin barrel.
Resin barrels of fun.
Paint up your barrels.
And it's Forge World, isn't it? So what can you say?
Yeah. And I was sat there last night after I'd finished doing the GT40 stuff, and I was just chilling out for a little bit before I went to bed. And I sat there and I'd found those things, and I sat there, and it's like, I don't know if you get the same thing, but I'm sitting there and looking at my cup of coffee, and I'm reading the same sentence on a website over and over, and all I can think about is just white boxes. And I'm thinking, I just want to build all the resin things now.
Yeah.
Forge World.
See, I'm lucky I have a beautiful box of pre-built resin that is going to be primed, and yeah.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to at some point just take time out off camera, obviously, to get all the bits prepared and ready and sanded.
Yeah.
And washed up, and then I can just do like you were doing, just on stream, just build them.
Yeah, just sit and build it, mate. It's the only way I could get round to getting it done, to be honest with you, was to do pre-preparation. Prior planning and preparation prevents...
Because resin's fine if you're just assembling it. If they might have a little bit of light sanding to do here and there, that's not the end of the world. Yeah,
and it's not gonna cause you massive problems with breathing. So...
No, it's only when you're sanding and stuff. That's the main thing.
Exactly. That's why I had a pre-soaked raggy on my bench.
Yes. But if you did all the heavy stuff, anything like that, anyway, off camera,
yeah,
that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get my bits out. Oh, I've just realised that I've straightened his blade nicely. I can
remember when I first bought it in, you're like, "How are you going to do that on the stream? You won't be able to do this. You won't be able to do that." And I said, "Can you not notice that it's actually all been pre-done?"
Yeah.
There was very minimal trimmage. Nothing that couldn't be done with a knife and a couple of strokes.
A damp rag.
That sounded wrong.
I've just studied now. I've just realised I spent ages getting his blade nice and straight like that, yeah?
Mm.
Except there's a 32-degree angle between the blade and the hilt. It's like, oh yeah, it's straight but not actually straight. Oh, you've got to
do, oh God, this could go well. Don't overcook it.
Nope. Nope, got to be careful.
I would have put some ear tape round them plier ends myself, but there you go.
No, I was being really gentle. It's not that much effort needed. There you go. Fine and dandy.
It's
Fine
fine.
and fandy.
It's fine and dandy.
I don't want to bend it any more than that, though, because obviously the more you bend it, the weaker it gets.
Yeah, you don't want to overextend it because it will go Pete Tong, mate.
There you go, nice and straight now, and it all makes sense. Ping, snap, oh.
That's it. And you'll get all the tears.
Oh, the thing is, you can't afford to break these because they don't exist anymore. So,
No.
well, you can get them on eBay as ridiculous money, but
Yeah, rip off, bay. Yeah.
it was a last chance to buy, like made to order jobby. So,
yeah.
plus at the end of the day, I got these as a gift, so I don't want to knacker them. Don't forget, folks, feel free to ask us all the questions in chat because we need stuff to talk about. Because we're going to get so carried away doing what we're doing that we're not going to talk to anybody.
I am trying my best to keep an eye on what you're doing, what the chat's doing. I will
Both are.
pay more attention in a minute. It's just I'm pre-gluing a windscreen surround on at the moment, so I'm a bit
He's doing
fingers and
fiddly
thumbs.
bits, and I'm completely absorbed in my cleanup. I'm really enjoying cleaning these up. So
But I'll do a little bit of chat in a sec, folks. I won't let you down. You carry on, mate.
I'll have a quick look. If PJ suggested something, says Jeff, you know it's good. Or should I say, if PJ suggested something, you know it. I can't really do it when it's not online. He wouldn't have said. PJ says, I stepped away from him. What did I suggest? And Jeff says, the little box of drills. And Rabbit's in. Hey, kids, says Rabbit. Good
Hello,
evening,
mate.
Rabbit.
How you doing? Hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. And that's us up to date.
There you go.
There you go. I don't want to disturb you while you're doing your fiddly windscreen.
No, that's all right, mate. It's just I wanted to make sure it bonds because, yeah, it's...
Fiddly windscreen.
Luckily, I have my converted clothes pegs, so... Always come in handy for that little particular task. Andy, it's handy, isn't it?
It's well handy, that is.
Well handy. It's not just a little bit handy. It's proper
It's
well
big
handy.
It's well hard. Right, not now.
Yeah. Oakley dokely. So we've got side windows. Happy days, happy days.
Side windows. Wow, wow, wow.
I see what we did.
Not top windows, not bottom windows.
Yeah. So we might as well pop them in. Let's do that one first. Yeah.
There's a little stringy bit there. Let's get rid of that.
You've made the stringy bits.
So how's your week been? Have you had a fun week this week? Have you had a busy week this week?
Yeah, a lot of things that I wanted to do I've forgotten to do, so I've got to do catch up on photographing finished builds, but I thought I'll hang off until this one's done and then I can do a lot of them then. And then I'm going to be going through my PC because I've got reams and reams of pictures, work in progress pictures of work I've done in the past, and I thought I might as well put an album up in my own group because, you know, yeah. So I can do a back catalogue of builds. So I'm on a mission this year to try and have a gallery of what I've done in the past, as well as regularly post work in progress updates and things like that. So I am getting there. It's just every time I've set time to do it, something's gone in real life that has taken over for a little bit. So I want to get back on, try and get back on target if I can. So
stay on target. Stay on target.
So that's kind of what I'm trying to do this year. So bear with me, folks. It will happen. And obviously I've got quite a bit of archived footage now that I need to voice over. So I want to get on and do that so I can put some video builds up for you wonderful people.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Yeah, I do apologise that things have been a little bit itty-bitty this year, peeps. I really do. And it does bother me because you're all good enough to support me. You're all good enough. I'm very patient, but I am acutely aware that, you know, I've fallen a little bit behind this year, and I hold my hands up and apologise for that, because that's the type of bloke I am.
It bugs both of us, doesn't it? Because we've both been through that in a
yeah.
way.
So, yeah,
It irks us.
It does, you know, and I know folks say to me, oh, you shouldn't stress, but you can't help it, can you? Because, you know, there's a lot going on in the real life at the moment, and everyone's going through different personal issues with cost of living and all of that lot, and I'm acutely aware that people are taking the time to support, and I just need to make sure I'm doing my end of the deal.
Well, we're honourable men, you know. We want to, you know, be honourable and be men of principle.
There you go. Have you a bit of
just chumps?
Well, I have me moments.
Yeah, but you're not a chump.
No. Yeah. Yeah, that 87 Jag XJS, mate, was proper giving you a kick in the arse, mate, wasn't it?
Oh, was he finished it?
Yeah, did you thank the owner for their custom? I bet you did, didn't you? It's like, yeah, thanks for that, mate.
Thank you for your custom.
Yeah, thanks for letting me do that, mate. I really, really did appreciate that. Don't ever come back here again.
As long as you remember to say the loud parts and not the quiet parts.
Yeah, don't be like
don't
Festa.
Say the quiet bits. Yeah. Again with the mould line right down the middle of the visor goggles.
Yeah.
Not doing many favours here, G-dubs.
It's like, why do they do that? Because it's sacrilege, that's what it is. There you go. All right, we got a bit of that. We got a bit of the old
Other?
soft top there, but I'm not actually using. But I will build it and put the window in the back, and I'll just have it where it can drop on if need be, just to give it a... I'll probably do it to stop the dust getting inside as best as I can. So, and then I can flip the folded one on when I'm showing people the car. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'll flip it on.
Candygram says bench. Oh mate, we was only talking about this the other day. Belly ravioli. He says bench.
Oh yeah.
Unpaid bills, to-do lists crumpled up in disgust. Good man. Was that crumpled up with a hearty dagnamit, Jeff?
And is that just before you uncrumple them and then pay them?
Yeah. Yeah. So I shouldn't have crumpled that up now. Yeah, damn it.
Come on, G-dubs. Stop putting the mould lines where the goggles are.
Yeah, happy days. Retro says, Belly, I think it's margarita oven baked pizza, not 100%, as my sister made it. Bench is replacing all the capacitors and minor repairs. Happy days. I can't see the rest of that. Let's have a look.
I see a margarita pizza as a canvas upon which to make a better pizza.
And he's drunk a black cherry bubbly. There you go. And Marcy is in saying hello, everyone. So I am going to type my muses purely out of fear.
Finger words. Purely out of abject terror.
Absolutely.
Self-preservation instinct.
Survival instinct kicks in, mate. Us Neanderthals, mate, have that built in, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Not only that, you know, H gets a message going, I gave him hugs in chat and he didn't respond. I will get beaten.
Yeah. I can pretty much hear David Attenborough's narration already.
Yeah. You know, and Marcy wouldn't milk it at all.
He's there going, here in nature, the fight or flight response, or in this case, the absolute fright response.
God, it's like he's in the room, innit?
Yes. He's 96,
bless you. Oh, PJ, thank you. PJ's putting a £10 super chat. He says, some coin to support you as you amble underneath the cheers. See, what that is it's danger money, see. He pays me danger money for working with you, see. That's what it is.
Boy, that means I should get double the danger money.
Yeah.
Working with you.
Yeah, he's got his notepad and pen out now. Right, let's do the maths. Minus 30%. Yeah.
Danger money, my bum cheek.
Wibblekins.
What danger could I possibly put you in?
Hey,
Apart
mate.
from I've got a video.
None now. Yeah, but I've got a box.
Yeah, but I've got a video.
Yeah, but I've got a box.
Yeah, but you have to remember, you wouldn't... I could not only show the video, I could also tell H what's in the box.
I've always liked you.
This is one other little thing about the secret thing that we've got, folks, is not only is it epically dumb, and it's going to be really good fun, but it's also, Festa's got no clue at all how he's even going to begin to explain it to H.
No.
To the point that he daren't even show her. No. He's not even going to show that. He's going to keep that box hidden.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. He knows me so well.
Yeah. So it's the most epically dumb thing, and it's so dumb he can't even tell H about it. Even though he's going to put it on the internet.
Oh, it's that bit. Yeah.
She'll find out eventually, when she watches the video.
Oh, she'll know, but it's one of them. I will build up the courage. I'll put the phone on record when I do, just so that you can get a reaction. Because it'd be like, really?
Yeah. Or is it just for your own protection in court?
Yeah. It's like, look, Your Honour, I survived the assault.
Conversation.
Yeah. Perhaps. Oh, that's a good idea. Perhaps I should get one of them body cams. For my own self-protection.
No, they always turn off at the wrong possible moment. All right, but depending on, if you're a policeman or not.
Yeah, honestly, folks, she doesn't beat me. I just thought I'd clarify this, what she does. But,
she doesn't beat him that much.
Yeah, I don't want her to get arrested because I won't get me dinner.
Yeah, damn straight.
Method to me madness there, dude.
Well, there's something to your something.
So, yeah, it's got tit on it. Okay.
It's not actually going to stick, is it? Get some scrapey going on there, I think.
Candygram says the best secrets are the dumb secrets. Yeah.
Yep.
Poldy Tomato says they're going to be making some naked lady kits. Yeah.
No, see, that would still be that's just pervy. That's not dumb. That's just kind of pervy.
Yeah, I think we would.
We're 7, not 17.
Yeah.
That's not what we class as silly dumbness, you see. You've got to think dumb. I mean, epically dumb. Like, really dumb.
You have to take into account our age.
Yeah.
Our history of complete and utter childishness. And then you might then get where, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's not that dumb from my point of view, for people that know me, but it's certainly epically dumb for you, as you. Because they'll be like, really? What? Hey.
Yeah, really?
Assembly completed. Almost.
Yeah, it is one of those where I have actually questioned my own sanity, I freely admit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, sanity or gullibility, one of the two. I don't quite know.
Probably the latter, to be quite honest with you, because it was early hours of the morning, and it's like, yeah, he's lulled me into a false sense of security.
This is just what think he does. How cool it would be. Yeah, I as soon as I start a sentence with, yeah. He just gives up because he knows he can't get around it. He's doomed at that point. It's like a fly in a Venus flytrap. There's no point struggling.
Yeah, really he normally strikes at about 3 a.m. And it's like, yeah. And it's like he knows that I'm just beginning to be a bit docile. I've had me dinner. I'm taking me downers. And he's like, yeah, I'll strike now because he's in full gullible mode. Yeah.
Yeah. It is the way forward. I know you too well.
Exactly.
Oh, there's a bit there I forgot. Let's see.
Muse says all this hype, it had better be worth it. I hope so.
Yeah, so do I. Oh, God.
To be honest with you, I really hope that people get where we're going with it. It's all tongue-in-cheek fun at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
I do worry that we've hyped it far too much, but...
Yeah, but I think even for us two, I think it's a little bit mad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know. And we have done some epically daft things in the past, but I think this one's up there, mate.
Yeah. I mean, we're not talking like, you know, crashing your own plane on camera, dumb, but have you heard about that guy?
No.
You know, like all the YouTubers who are complete, absolute fracking morons.
Right.
And you just want to take them out behind the garage and
shoot them.
Send them to doggy heaven. Well, I was not going to say that for, you know. Anyway, there's this moronic idiot who had a successful YouTube channel, and he decided what he would do is he was being sponsored by a wallet company or something, I don't know, some promotion with a wallet, and he thought what would be really good to do would be to pretend that the engine on his plane had failed and jump out into the middle of the wilderness with a parachute, and it's like, and he thought nobody will ever know it's completely fake and that it's all staged, apart from the fact that he got in the plane, he had GoPros all over his plane, he was wearing a parachute, and he had fire extinguishers strapped to his legs.
Okay.
And he was also the world's worst actor, and it was blatantly obvious that he was just it was fake. So he crashed his plane. Everybody's like, oh, this can't be real, this can't be real. But now he's about to be sentenced to a long time in prison.
Oh, really?
Because not only did he crash his plane in a national park in the US.
Oh, dear.
He also, after the crash, he reported the crash to the FAA. And then said that he wasn't sure where the plane had crashed, but then within a few days went with his friend to collect the wreckage and take it away and destroy it.
Oh, dear.
Which they realised he'd done. So he's getting done for, like, destroying evidence, lying to the FAA, crashing into a public park. And, you know, I watched the video today, and it was like, I was loath to, but it's like, you know, he crashes it, and then he spends half the video, like, walking through the wilderness going, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, and it goes dark, and then he finds some people, because he's in the middle of nowhere.
You've got to be a serious spoon to do that, don't you?
Well, to think that people wouldn't realise it was a complete fake.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Because it's just that he was the worst actor in the world. It's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've seen better acting from really crap soap stars. So they reckon now he's pleaded guilty. He always denied it, but he's now pled guilty.
Oh, right.
And he could face up to 20 years in jail.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they don't mess about out there, do they? Not like us lot, where you get a slap on the wrist, you know. It's like...
But the thing is, I have such a deep hatred of vapid, pointless YouTubers. I mean, we are YouTubers, but we're not that kind of moron, celebrity, mouth-breathing idiot like the Jake Pauls of the world.
No, there are some out there that really are taking it to an old low level, aren't they?
Well, it's the ones that make content that morons watch, and they just make... But anyway, I always like it when somebody like that does some dumbass stuff and then just ends up really shafted because of it. Because it's like, there you go. That's what
serves them right, mate. They've only got themselves to blame.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, that plane could have crashed onto anybody. Yeah, it was out in the wilderness, but... Because it's like, he's going along and it's, you know, he's saying, yeah, I'm flying, I'm heading this way, I'm going to land in about 20 minutes, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why have you got your door open, or why do you keep looking out of the door in your plane that's covered in GoPro cameras all over it? And why are you wearing a parachute? So it's like, yeah, why is the door, is the pilot side door not actually properly closed? Why do you keep looking out? You know, when you're flying a plane, you don't need to look at the ground. It's like, it's so obvious. Done a dude.
I'm proud of you, soldier.
He's going pew, 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 and also stabbity whiz whiz. With his chain sword.
Look at that, folks. We are 51 minutes in. And Fox has done a dude.
Dude complete.
There you go.
What's complete? It's a dude. And I drilled out his barrel as well.
Drilled out his barrel.
The barrel. Now, let's see if I can do another dude, shall we?
Dude, I'm so proud of you.
The thing I love about this is it's a set of 10 dudes, and there are 10, 11, 12, 13 parts in the entire pack.
Wow.
Because they're all just like, it's a dude. There you go. He's already built what?
Hey, mate, that's another couple of weeks live streaming for you there, then, mate.
Yeah.
Somebody,
but I don't know for whom it is. Oh, it's for him.
We've got bottom O's, which is down there.
O's.
O's. Get your O's here.
Mon repose. O's.
O's. And we got top O's over there. And, yeah. So we'll bone them on in a minute. Kev's off. It's a great show, guys. I'm off to me bed. Many thanks. Catch up later. No worries, Kev. Get well soon. Sleep well soon. Sleep well even, mate. You know what I mean.
Cheers, Kev. God bless her and all who sailing her. Wait, what now? Bless you, Cole.
Oh, no, don't ever change.
Don't ever change, Cole. There's a great... Oh, Bob Bins has some important information.
Oh.
He says, there's a great big spider on the ceiling here. One of them with tiny body and really long, thin legs. It's fine. If it's in a corner, it might not be... Because you think it might be a daddy long leg spider like you get outside. But I recently discovered a whole new breed of spider I'd never heard of.
Oh, right.
Called a cellar spider.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they are like tiny little body, but massive, long, spangly legs.
Yeah.
Really spindly little things. And you can pretty much ignore them because they live in corners and they just stay there forever.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I started finding them in the house. Like there's one in the bathroom, there was one in my mom's bedroom. I don't know why I started finding them. And it was when I was sat eating my dinner one day at the desk, watching the computer monitor, which is about 2 feet from my head. And I was about to take a mouthful of food. This thing just goes down in front of my face.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
Like, what? It was a cellar spider coming down from the ceiling. I'm like, hello, please don't land on my food.
Did a little bit of you go...
There's a little bit of pooping went on, maybe. And so I looked them up and it says, yeah, the cellar spiders, they live in a corner. They tend to very rarely move.
Yeah.
So if you've got one, just leave it.
Yeah.
They make little, if you ever look in the corner of a room, there's like a sort of a web, but it's not a pretty web. It's just like a mess.
Yeah.
Or you see like the odd strand going along a wall. You've got a cellar spider. But they live for up to 2 or 3 years. I was like, brilliant. That's I don't want to know that, thank you. But they're weird. They're like sea spiders, but without the sea.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah. They're not like house spiders that leg it really fast and give you the heebie-jeebies.
What's wrong with the heebie-jeebies, mate?
Yeah. The heebie-jeebies earlier when my phone was doing weird things downstairs. That was giving me the right creeps.
Yeah, you had to go downstairs in the dark all on your own in your big boy pants, didn't you, mate?
We had... I was telling Colin before we came live, there seems to be a problem with our phone line, although it doesn't affect broadband. That I was sat here and the answer machine kicked in downstairs, but the phone hadn't rung. I just heard the message saying, hi, we're not here, leave a message, whatever. I'm like, well, that's really weird. And then I heard this thump, 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 like a real bump, 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 like somebody banging a table. I'm like, what's that?
Yeah.
So I came out of this room and like the hall's in darkness and the stairs go down into the abyss of darkness and all the lights are off downstairs. And I hear thump, thump, thump. I'm like, I don't like this. And I'm sitting there thinking, I know it's just like a problem with the phone. There isn't a monster downstairs banging on the table.
Yeah.
But there's that little primitive part of my brain is just going, you're about to have your spleen ripped out of your ears.
Yeah.
And I had to go down the stairs in the darkness. It wasn't good.
Did you have the Crime Watch UK tune playing in your head?
Well, it was more spooky because it's not a noise that you would ever expect to hear. Yeah. And you're walking into a dark room where you can't see anything. It's like a bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, I don't want to see like weird demonic crap going on.
If he had gone down there and there had been a big human-shaped shadow on the wall, I can just imagine the pitter-patter of your feet as you skedaddled straight back upstairs. Yeah,
it doesn't matter how realistic you are, or skeptical or anything. It's still spooky as hell to hear this weird noise.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't. So anyway, I went downstairs, and it was just a problem with the line. If you pick up the phone, it's going really loud. I had to physically unplug the phone to stop it. It was really weird.
Yeah, you probably finally got the engineers working on the exchange, mate.
Yeah, something like that. If that's the case, then I'm really happy they haven't killed my broadband.
Yeah.
I don't care about the phone line.
No.
Although it does seem to be that every time they work on the cabin at the end of our street, they mess up my phone line. Every time they upgrade someone's phone and put something, they seem to knock my line off all the time. It's like, come on, how often do you want to give me a noisy flipping phone line?
That's probably why you haven't got your parcel. Amazon have been trying to ring you all day.
I must work like a dog. Do 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 do.
Angus is in. He says, hello, Colin, Fox, and all the chatty people. Hello, Angus. How you doing, mate?
Hello, Angus.
Hope you're keeping well, mate.
Khajiit welcomes you, Angus.
There you go. Let's get
Please sit and leave all your valuables in this box that only I have the key for. Thank you.
There you go.
Ooh, I'm polishing this man's missile. Ooh.
Oh, you go careful. Too much info. I worry about you polishing a man's missile and admitting it.
There's more important things to worry about. Well, you were showing me your box earlier. So come on. You were touching your box on telly.
I was proper touching my box, mate.
And you say I'm bad.
Yeah, but you've got to admit you was impressed with my box.
That's true. It was a very large box. I can't deny that your box was indeed significantly impressive. As was what it contained. Let's just be perfectly honest.
How much instant regret did you have?
Oh, none. Rabbits. Muse says, time to go back to work later all. Take care, Marcy.
Ta-ra, Marcy. You take care, darling.
And Rabbit says, the spider friends in my house have been slacking. Had a few ants exploring this week.
Oh.
Ants. I like ants.
Doing their thing. It's that time of year, isn't it?
Thanks, ants. Thanks.
Yeah.
Need to set them to work making an igloo. If you don't get that reference, you've never watched Look Around You.
And igloos. Oh, no, now you're talking.
I think it's the episode about calcium, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
An experiment was carried out.
So we got a bit of that going on. Let's see whether my...
Muse says, people are just dumb.
Yeah, you're right there, Marcy. They are.
Jeff says, decisions made at 3 a.m. are either the best decisions or the worst decisions. There's absolutely no in between. Well, we'll find out when you see what it is we've ordered for ourselves for our secret project. You'll find out exactly what kind of decision that was. You'll let us know, I'm sure. I think people will like it. I just think it won't be as exciting as they think it will be, as we make it out to be.
I like the way you say what we've ordered.
Yeah, it's your idea. You totally made me do it. I do what I'm told, mate. I'm a good boy. He got all quiet now. I can hear him thinking swear words.
No, I'm just like...
You're like, damn it, I can't use any of the words that I need to...
I know I'm going to lose this one before I even start. So it's like, yeah. Don't even bother, Cole. Yeah.
You can't say half the words you want to say.
No, I can't.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. YouTube prevents me from saying what I really want to say in response.
YouTube are trying a new thing now where they're trialling it in some places where they won't let you watch if you've got an ad blocker going.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, really? I mean, I watch ads on the channels that I support, but when I'm just watching random stuff, I always turn my ad blocker on. Because it's kind of unwatchable.
Yeah, it's kind of gone completely mad, haven't they? They've got carried away with it, I think.
Oh, look, an advert in the middle of a sentence. Thank you.
Yeah, that's constant now, isn't it? You know, and it's... Yeah. I mean, yeah, all right, they've got to make their money and all of that, but it's like bloody ding-dong, you know, there's only so many adverts you want to see.
Yeah, and you don't want to see them every 5 minutes and in the middle of a goddamn sentence.
Yeah. It's always the same adverts and all. It's like, really change it up a bit, crying out loud.
Well, it's whatever you they think you're interested in, isn't it? It's all based on your preferences and all your search history and stuff.
Yeah.
Your Google search history and all that goodness.
So, yeah. Yeah, you can take your Google food and you can do one. Yeah.
Google food, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Now, new Google food. Ooh.
Yeah.
I always make sure when I upload my videos that adverts, mid-roll adverts, like adverts in the middle of a thing, are always blocked out. I don't allow that.
Yeah.
I allow adverts, obviously, but not mid-roll. No. When somebody's watching my content and that's it, I don't want them disturbed.
Yeah.
In the middle of it. Once I'm in their brain, I don't need other people in their brain at the same time.
Yeah, Bobbin says there does seem to be a lot of more unskippable adverts recently. Yeah, I've noticed that. I keep going in and removing settings, and it just keeps coming back. So, pain in the arse, to be quite honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's what makes the world tick, I'm afraid, advertising.
Mm-hmm. It's just a shame that it seems to be the American model of advertising, which is every 3 minutes, incessantly.
Mm.
I don't know how the Americans put up with that, with their TV.
Yeah, because they don't get no warning that the ads are coming, unlike here where you get the little thing in the corner of the screen.
Yeah, and it can be like literally every 5 minutes. It's like, how do they even... I was watching something and you could see where it had been broken up for adverts. I was watching it streaming, so I had no adverts.
Yeah.
But you could see where it had been cut up for advert, and it'd be like... Because, it would fade to black in the middle of it, and it'd be like, God, how many adverts do these people have to suffer when they watch this stuff? Oh, man.
Constant, mate. It's
horrible. Like, how do people even just enjoy television when it's like literally every 5 minutes? And it's when you watch things like, I refuse to watch, there's quite a lot of like American science programming I refuse to watch, like stuff from History Channel and Discovery, because of the way they make it. Like after every ad break, they come back and they kind of repeat what they'd said before the ad break a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's like, that was literally 2 minutes ago, dude. You don't need to explain it all again.
Yeah.
So I just got sick of you can't watch them without the adverts because they just
makes you want to zone out all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it's like, oh. So I don't know how you American people cope with your adverts. It's awful. I mean, it's bad enough here. We get them like every 15 minutes on the advertising channels, but maybe once every half hour for a couple of minutes. But it's like, oh.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know how you survive.
I don't. They've got the patience of a saint, ain't they?
Yep. See, I've got the patience of a saint, but the attention span of a gnat, so it doesn't work out.
You and a low attention span, I'd never have thought that.
Paul Di Tommaso, hey Paul, says, has anyone ever had a real life scary unexplained WTF moment that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up? That'd be interesting.
No, not really.
Not that I can really remember. I mean, I remember I was sat downstairs once, and this sounds really pathetic, but it was like I heard specifically the sound of a page being turned in a book. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no open book in the entire room. And to this day, I don't know what it was. That's a bit rubbish, that one, I suppose. But
no, but it's still something, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had anything like that. What about you? Anything you, Carl? Anything you've ever... Or maybe not scary, but just unexplained?
Can't really think of anything, to be honest with you. It's like anything, your brain plays tricks on you, doesn't it? It's,
Yeah.
But no, I can't think of anything unsettling that's ever happened, to be honest with you, mate.
I mean, unexplained. Well, it's probably very easily explained. Not scary, but like eyebrow raising. Many, many years ago, probably around about 2002 or 3, I was sat downstairs about 1 a.m. I was playing on Mama Wolf's PS2 because she had a PS2. I didn't at that point have an Xbox yet. So I was playing probably Half-Life or Red Faction, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I must go to bed. So I stood up from the sofa, and as I stood up, I thought to myself, why does it feel like I'm walking uphill? It feels like the floor's sloping. That's really weird. I feel like something's wrong. I just felt like I was stood on a slight incline. So I'm like, maybe it's an earthquake. I just, and I carried on and went to bed. About half an hour later, I'm like, just dropping off to sleep, and the whole house shook. And there was an earthquake.
Oh, that's spooky. I suppose.
And that's the first one I've ever experienced. And it was like, I literally thought, why am I walking uphill here? This is really weird.
I suppose the nearest I've got, I don't know whether you'd class it as unexplained, really. I've told this one before. I'm a doodler.
Hang on, I've just heard a noise. Give me a sec, guys.
Hold up, let's stop everything. Fox has heard a noise. Yeah, I've had that. I'm a doodler. Whenever I get a phone call or whatever, I used to sit there. I always have a notepad next to a phone. And I would do little doodles on a bit of paper. And apologies if this sounds in poor taste. It isn't meant this way. I'm just recounting something that happened.
Sorry about that.
I used to sit there and doodle. And for this particular doodle in the bottom of the page, I drew a skyline, 2 towers, 2 aeroplanes and smoke. And I drew that in about 1994. And then we all know what proceeded to happen back in the day, so...
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, so I found that a little bit unnerving. Spooky. Yeah, but I don't know whether you would class that as an unexplained, but...
Spooky, I think you classed that
Yeah,
as
it just seemed a bit odd. And my missus is well into all of that. Most haunted stuff and spooks and things, and she's into all of that, and she found it quite intense, so...
Yeah, sorry about that. There was a bang, and it was the kind of sound of someone falling out of bed.
No, like I said before, just jump out and go and deal with it, mate. It's,
Thankfully, she was just getting up and making a lot of noise.
Yeah, you don't have to announce or whatever, mate.
Banging like that. Not when you're 83.
Go off and do what you got to do, mate.
Yes. Always on alert in this house. Yeah, no, I'd class that as spooky type.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
So we have to ask the question, why is Paul asking this? Because Paul's obviously got a story he wants to tell.
Yeah, he's leaving us hanging, really, isn't he?
He is, isn't he? I quit watching TV in 2004, best decision ever, says Jeff. I've not watched actual TV in years.
Yeah.
I just watch what I want to watch on the internet, basically.
Yeah, all my stuff is streaming stuff.
Rabbit says he pays for YouTube Premium because I can't stand adverts. Haven't had TV cable in over 10 years. Yeah, you can pay for it, for a YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
Seems to be a lot more unskippable adverts recently, says Bobbins. Yeah. I always watch the Boom Hut ads. I think there were 2 before this one, says Jeff. That is tell them. I do appreciate when, and I'm sure Colin does appreciate when people let the adverts run before our content, because it does help us out.
Yeah.
But of course, we also understand if people want to not watch them, because then,
Yeah, it gets annoying.
So, I mean, I'll always watch the adverts on channels that I like. If I'm watching Colin stuff, I'll always let the advert run.
Yeah, I do it with yours. It's like if I know you're streaming, I just click on it and I let it run so that you get a continuous view count all the way through.
Yeah, I do the same, which is why I'm sometimes in and out of your chat, because I'm doing other stuff. I'm either watching it or it's just running anyway. So, but if I'm just surfing through YouTube to look for stuff, I'll have the ads turned off. But until it's someone I like.
Absolutely.
I class that as spooky.
Yeah, it is one of those. You sit there and you think, was there something to it? But I'm quite a natural skeptic of things. So, yeah.
In reality, it's just a thing that you drew, and the chances are,
Yeah, that's
lots
it.
of people have probably drawn stuff like that.
Yeah, it's the coincidence thing, isn't it? It's like the law of averages. If you sit there wiping the knife across your thumb all day long, at one point you're going to make that stroke that cuts you. It's the law of averages, isn't it? It's so. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm anti it, but I think most things have some form of explanation. Yeah.
Well, it's the lottery fallacy, isn't it? You could say, you win £1 million on the lottery. It's like, what are the odds that you would win the lottery. Well, you know, they're this much. But then again, you look at what are the odds that someone would win the lottery. Well, they're very good because someone has to win the lottery.
Yeah, exactly.
So the odds that someone on the earth would draw at some point 2 towers in a place,
Yeah, of course it is.
So you're right. The skeptics in us will go.
Yeah,
it's not weird. It's just interesting.
Yeah, H is into all of the rune stones and white magic and all of that. She finds it all quite fascinating. You know, and she'll go and I don't know what they're called, but the people that sit there and say, "Oh yeah, you know, you've lost a relative," and that I can't think what they're called, but yeah, she's into all of that. Yeah, exactly. And I kind of steer away from all of that because I just think they're opportunistic people that prey on people's emotions.
Oh yeah, it's all nonsense, and they're just liars and con artists.
But you know, at the end of the day, if people believe in it, I respect their choice because you know it makes them happy and more content. Who am I to question it?
Yeah,
I'm only a fat middle-aged fester building model kits. What does my opinion matter?
It matters a lot if it's somebody being swizzled.
But you know.
Because for every sort of harmless person pretending to be psychic, there's always a Sylvia Brown out there who's just evil.
Oh yeah, there's always going to be.
Sylvia Brown is such a horrible, horrible human being. Jesus Christ! Ugh. Ugh.
It annoys me because, like you say, once they found an in,
oh yeah,
that's it. Then, yeah, I find it a little bit in poor taste, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, reading some of like James Randi's works on that kind of field, that kind of stuff about, you know, how he exposed Peter Popov and stuff. He was supposed to be able to like be a medium and things like that, but his wife was there just with a radio unit telling him things about the audience members.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
You think that'd be the end of his career, but now he still came back later and people still believed him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Gives you the right doesn't it?
A fool and their money are never easily parted.
Yeah, but again, there are people out there that are vulnerable. And it's those that I worry for when these people prey on them. And that's what I think's in poor taste because you don't mess with people's emotions, do you? I think it's a little bit...
You don't take advantage.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I mean, for all of us, I don't know about the people in chat, but for people like thee and me who are skeptics, we are, you know, I'm a mildly scientific, I would say I'm mildly scientifically literate skeptic with... I'm not completely perfect, you know. I'll probably not realise some stuff, but I question things. I don't take anything at face value. I want evidence for stuff. I don't take anything on faith. Yeah. So, yeah, anything like that. I'm aware that there are people who aren't naturally sceptical and they will be taken advantage of, and it's more fear for them and anger at the absolute charlatans that abuse it.
Yeah. You know, as I've always said, you know, if you know, I'm a tolerant person. You know, people make choices. If people want to believe in something and it makes them inwardly happy, then for me, good luck to them. I hope it brings them fulfillment. You know, and for me, I like to find things out, study something, and form an opinion.
Oh yeah.
You know, but what I don't dig is when them beliefs or opinions are forced on people or exploited because people believe in something. They're preyed on for financial gain of that other individual, and I think that's a little bit not on.
No.
You know, yeah,
people say, where's the harm in it? And then you get all these classic stories of like,
well,
family members who are grieving and sell their house for all their money to give to these evangelists who demand more payments. Yeah, evangelists. Ugh.
Evangelists that have all got mansions with big gold taps in. Don't get me wrong, I'm not dissing religion, not going down that road. If people believe in it, good luck to them if it makes them happy. But what I've got a problem is these people preying on these people to try to rob them of their money and assets. I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
God
just
wants
do.
you to give me all your money so I can get a bigger jet plane. No.
Yeah, and I think that's fundamentally not on, you know.
Well, it's just theft. It's criminal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I have issues with.
I mean, you could say, you know, if people want to believe this stuff, that's one thing, but, you know, technically it's people preying on the weak.
Yes.
People are either scientifically illiterate or they're not smart enough or they're just not been educated
I mean, I'm
properly.
all for it at the end of the day. You know, if someone, you know, my mother-in-law, right, God rest her soul, was a lovely woman. Very, very deeply religious lady. And never once did she try to preach to me to convert me because she respected my choice and I respected hers. And we went along quite happily together. You know, she had her beliefs and I respected them, you know, and likewise, she understood my approach. I never dissed her or her beliefs. It's up to her, you know. And I think that's what grown-ups do, isn't it? You know, you respect it, but...
Well, I mean, religion is one thing, but like all this psychic stuff, that's just preying on the weak.
Yeah. Who was that Liverpudlian bloke that was sussed out in the end?
Oh, all of them. Derek,
allegedly, of course.
Derek something or other.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all just criminals because they're all just liars. It's just nonsense.
Yeah, it's a little bit...
It's learning how to cold read someone and read signals, and it's just, there's no... I mean, just watch anything that Darren Brown does and just he'll teach you exactly how it's done. It just shows you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit naughty though, isn't it, that these people go on and make a good career and a lot of money at people's emotional expense, and I just don't like it.
See, this is why I don't use normal Facebook anymore.
No.
You know, as a personal profile, because what happens on normal Facebook is you learn how many of your actual friends are actually morons.
Yeah.
And you also learn how many of your friends are, for example, racists or bigots, or like you learn a lot of things about your friends that you really don't want to know.
I've a lot of them.
I've jettisoned so many people that I've seen post things on Facebook and thought, I don't want to be seen with you anymore because you're X, Y, or Z. Thank you very much. It's not acceptable. Yeah. So it's a handy tool, but I just gave up reading Facebook because
I only post on my group and that's it. I haven't used my own individual profile for a long time. To the point, so, you know, some people did reach out and go, "You all right? You've not posted anything," you know. It's like, yeah, it's because I got fed up with my feed being full of political diatribe and sexist and misogynistic stuff. And it's like, I don't want to hear it, don't want to see it.
It always makes me laugh when somebody's there saying, "Don't listen to these scientists. Scientists will only lie to you. The science is lies. Listen to this random person on YouTube instead." Wait, what? You don't see the irony in that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't trust scientists. No, but you trust random bloke on YouTube that put up a video that said,
"Oh yeah,
Bill Gates is injecting nanites into your body," or some crazy crap.
I read it on the internet.
Yeah.
Always a classic.
Come back to me. There's actually a scientific consensus on the matter.
Yeah.
And we'll discuss. Oh, dropping little man.
Yeah, I have got another one of these rear lights, but it's fell on the floor and I can't get to it at the moment.
Ooh,
so
that's a task for another time.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. Pardon me, I'm not going to get down on the deck whilst I'm live because I might not make it back up again.
Yeah, you know what your cupboards are like. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I've always grown up being scientifically, at least a little bit scientifically literate and understanding how science works. So I naturally gravitate towards actual fact and not just made up nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, Oh, have I dropped that one as well? No, I found it. Oh, blimey. I've done another twitchy then. Yeah, I mean, it's like anything. We all see it. We all see people trying to impose their views and intimidate people with scare stories, and I just think it's wrong. It's people trying to exert control over others, and it's just,
It's like round the corner from my house, literally round the corner from my house, is a traditional Chinese doctor at medicine surgery.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it's just like, It's all bullshit. It's all nonsense. There's nothing in there that does anything. It's all rubbish. It's all Chinese TCM and acupuncture and all that nonsense that none of it works. It's just... My local pharmacist was very amused a couple of years ago because they changed hands. And they had a new family came in and took it over.
Yeah, he needs hands.
I was like, oh, you need hands. So I went in to get my wolf's prescriptions. Oh, was it new staff? And he went, yeah, we've just taken over. I said, oh, brilliant. I said, brilliant. Do me a favour. He said, what? He says, please don't ever have any homeopathic crap on your shelves ever. Otherwise I'll stop coming in. He went, oh no, we don't do that rubbish.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you. You're actually a scientific pharmacist. Thank goodness for that. I finished the dude.
I'm proud of you, mate.
He's got like an anti-tank missile launcher type thing as well. Look,
are we going to go down the road where we're going to have to rename you Free Dude Fox?
Thrice a night Whiteley. What? Thrice nightly Whiteley.
Yeah.
Right now I'm twice nightly Whiteley.
Now I'm getting really worried. You know.
I know. Well, I'm getting faster at cleaning them up. You see, so.
I am going to have to go and try and retrieve this thing. So I am.
Oh, okay.
Because I've got to stand up anyway because me foot's rather swollen.
Folks. Place your bets.
I'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Goings amorous to Flappy. 3-1, 3-1 on odds, 3-1 on odds on.
Well, I've got several additional handles that have been screwed in places now.
Oh, jolly good.
Help me get up and down in the man cave.
I assume in the room, not into your body.
No, into the room, mate.
I've had a handrail put in my leg.
Yeah, my lad was in here. I wondered what the noise was, and I thought I can't bother to go downstairs and find out. He was putting grab handles in here. His mother's instructions. Yeah.
Good lad. I bet he was checking out your paint collection as well.
Oh yeah, I had a bit of an hypo moment during the week. Right. I was in the conservatory having a bit of a potter around and looky-loo at some bits and pieces that need to be disposed of, and I had one of my moments out there, and could have potentially gone a little bit wrong, you know. So I got a rollicking because I didn't take me squash with me, and yeah.
How long, like, is it typically when that happens? How long have you been away from having a drink or some food? Is it like after an hour or after like 7 hours?
I had forgotten because normally I eat little and often and drink little and often, but it had been probably 2 or 3 hours. And I had thought that I had had something, but I hadn't, you know. And it's my own fault, but you don't really get a warning with it. You just suddenly you get a little bit jingly and tingly around the gob, and you get the DTs, and then all of a sudden you're not feeling well.
Yeah.
You know, and anyone with diabetes will know that, and you go into autopilot because you realise, damn it, I know what's happening now. And you're like, where's my juice? And it's like, oh God, it's in the man cave. So I handled across, but didn't quite make it in the end. And Lex heard me stack it and come downstairs, and he's like, what do you need? And I said, I need me orange and I need something sugary. And he's like, dude, what did Mum tell you about going out there, breaking down your boxes overnight and getting stuff ready? She said, she told you to bloody leave it alone, didn't she? I went, yeah, if I've got to tell her.
Yeah, nice one. Is that Lex?
Yeah. Cal don't live and he lives in his own apartment. Like, listen.
He's a good lad.
But no, he said, I had just had this feeling, he said, and then obviously when I heard the noise, he said, I better go and check that. But they've gotten used to it now, because when it first used to happen, obviously it would be panic station. But yeah,
but now it's more like, oh.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
Things I can see that, because that's what I've had to do for the last couple of years, is just constantly have an ear half open.
Well, yeah, I mean, I lose track of time. And it's not deliberate. It's just like, I think Marcy summed it up the other week when she said, I've known you for a lot of years. She said, you're easily distracted. She said, it's one of them. And I've said this to you where I could have 3 or 4 things on my mind to do. You'll say something, oh, have you seen this? And straight away, I'm like, oh, what's that? And because I've been distracted, I've forgotten me train of thought. Yeah. And it's not a dig at you or anyone else. It's just my thing. And
it's because you're 5-year-old and you've got 5-year-old attention span with a 5-year-old brain.
Suddenly, I'm in trouble. And it's like, I could have prevented that. But you just goes to show you that you can't take it for granted.
Nope. Can't.
So,
especially not with your brain.
So it catches me out every now and then. Do I like it? No. Can I change it? No.
No.
Oh, you Burke, you sat on
it. You haven't, have you?
Yeah, there you go.
How did it get under your butt?
Because when I got down to the floor, I must have flicked it with my leg. My rather,
like on your T-shirt or something.
Yeah, my rather blotchy purple leg at the moment, but, you know, at least it's blotchy. But we're getting there.
You've got to work your way back up again now. That's the tricky bit.
Yeah, apologies, folks, but, you know.
No, don't worry.
I am always dropping stuff. So
Bobbin says, Colin is on the floor, call the Coast Guard.
Yeah. No, Lex, bless him, you know, he knows I'm stubborn. You know, and he does say, you know, if you don't behave yourself when she's at work at night, he said, I will drop you in it. He said, it's not that I want to tell tales on you. He said, because, you know, you're my dad and I respect you. Yeah. He said, what I don't respect, he said, is you ignoring Mum's instructions. He said, you know she worries about you.
Well, it's fair enough, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, he said, you're taking the piss, basically, mate. He said, apologies. He said, if you're offended. He said, but you're almost disrespecting her. Straight away, he knows that's going to ankle me because respect is a big part of my life. You know?
I was about to say the same thing. It's almost disrespectful, isn't it? To like, because then you're not taking their stress into account.
Absolutely. So straight away when he says that, he knows he's going to get the attention. It's like, damn you.
Yeah.
You know, that's, you know, he's used my own respect on me. Yeah. But he's right, and I know he is, and I respect him for having the balls to say it.
You were hoisted by your own petard, as they say.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny because it's not that he's frightened of me, because that sounds a bit draconian and 1950s, but he's respectful that I'm his father. So he's got that loyalty, that respect, and is still very respectful when he addresses us as parents, you know.
Well, plus the thing is
if I need a bollocking, he ain't shy in giving it.
No, but also it's hard to reprimand someone who's your senior as well. You know, who's
absolutely
without making them.
When she's not here, he's my carer as well. So
but it's hard to do that to someone when you know they're trying to maintain their own dignity, and yet you've got to reprimand them for doing something dumb.
Absolutely, I mean that's what upsets him. He said, because I know you're proud. He said, and I know why you do it. He said, because you want to keep going. That's how you deal with your condition. Totally understand that. I'd probably do the same. Yeah. He said, but he said, you do put yourself sometimes at unnecessary risk. He said, and a lot of what happens to you could easily be prevented if you just reeled it in and you know, let us care for you. He said, it's your pride. He said, that's the problem. He said, it's your pride that's your undoing. And I'm sitting there getting this lecture, and I'm thinking, I'm getting told off like a child. But I'm also immensely respected and proud that he's doing that.
Yeah, because you can understand why he's doing it. You know he's not wrong.
Yeah, because
it's like
the context that he's doing it in, you know, I respect that. It sounds really dull. But
no, it's not easy to be bollocked by your kid, but at the same time, you know he has to do it.
Absolutely.
Because you're an idiot. You need it.
You know, when I got blue lighted in, before this was all official, you know, I had a pretty bad one, and normally after 15 minutes of having the EBGBs, as I used to call it, I would be fine. But I was in trouble, and it wasn't going. It was getting progressively worse. And, you know, he said, I'm not happy. He said, Mum's always said 15, 20 minutes if he seems a bit derpy. He said she's given me a list of things that I should ask you to make sure you're compos mentis. He said, I'm getting you taken in. And I got the ump, I wibbled, and he was like, don't give a shit. He says, you know, and that was it. And he stood his ground, and I respect him for that.
That's exactly what I had to do with Mama Wolf when she had a sepsis.
Yeah.
Because she was completely out of it, but she's like, I'm not having a bloody ambulance, rah, rah, rah. I said,
Yeah,
you can just
exactly.
You ain't got no choice.
You know, he stood his ground. He you know, he was very firm and assertive, and he was right. It's that simple. And yeah. So I admire that, because for years they knew something wasn't right. Yeah. And when I got my diagnosis, H didn't want me to tell the boys because they was, if I remember rightly, 12 and 14 at the time.
Yeah.
And she didn't want them to worry. And I said, I get that. I said, but I've heard them talking in the bedroom. I said, and they're wondering why Dad's spending a lot of time upstairs. They think they've done something wrong or peed me off in some way. They're dancing around me on eggshells because they think I've got the ump over something. I said, when really it's because I'm hiding my symptoms from them. Yeah. They're mature young men. We've raised them where we've always said to them, if you've got a question, ask it, we'll give you an honest answer. I said, so why are we hiding this from them?
Plus,
tell me that. I said, they've got a right to know, because they're not stupid. They're intelligent young men. They know their dad ain't right. We owe it to them.
At the same time, you know, you might depend on them. If you suddenly took ill, you're depending on them. And if they don't know what's going on.
Absolutely. And for me, it was that epiphany moment of relief, because I felt happy and content that the elephant in the room had been dealt with. And I said, right, now we all know what's going on. It is what it is. I don't want violins. I don't want this. Please don't over-mother me. Don't wrap me up in cotton wool. But if I'm putting my health at risk and being a dick, don't be shy to tell me so. I said, it's a delicate line. It's harder for you lot watching this than it is for me living it. And and that's how we've dealt with it, mate. And you know, I think my youngest son feels it the most, because he is quite a sensitive fella, and he's very much like Helen. And I think he, even now, part of him inside gets quite emotional when he sees the downside of the condition. And I do think it bothers him, but he's never said that it does. But I think it does, because he is a very anxiety inner person like that.
Yeah, I can identify with that.
But you know, it is. You know, I don't think he would be able to give me the rollickings that Lex does. I don't think Cal's got that in him. Don't get me wrong. You know, he saw someone. He saw a bloke smack his missus. You know, it wasn't a smack. It was a punch in the side of the chops. The Cal walked over and flattened the bloke. So he's got that in him. But he wouldn't be able to sit there and rip me down a strip like Lex does.
That's not something everybody can do.
Lex is like me. Lex is quite brutal. And, you know, he don't mince his words, you know, and he knows if he throws an insult, it's going to get me attention, isn't it? Yeah. But he stands his ground. Even if I'm arguing back, he won't back down, and he knows I need that.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go again. I've heard another bang.
No, that's all right.
Talking of all this, whack a sec.
Whilst they're doing that, I'm going to have a quick look. I don't know whether these have been read out, folks. My chat's a little bit blurpy tonight. So I've got Paul Di Tommaso saying a guy I work with in security told me one night he noticed a black figure standing in the cafeteria through the window. He went to investigate and there was nothing there. A little while later, he heard a loud crash from the cafeteria. He went to look again and all the tables were moved all over. Again, no one in sight and doors were locked. My Aunt Marge had something like that, Paul, where she would walk out of her dining room and she'd hear scraping and noise. She'd go back in and the chairs were turned upside down on the table with the legs facing up and the backs hanging over the edge of the table. So she'd take all the chairs down, put them back, and 20 minutes or so later, she'd hear the same noise again and it would go again. So we never did find out what the cause was, but that was a bit of a spooky one.
Back on ghost stories again.
Yeah, I was just reading out Paul's chat. I did a bit of scrolling up because I couldn't remember what you had
heavy
read.
and steady now. That's a bit drastic.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was the mama wolf again making banging noises.
She's all right, yeah?
Yeah, she's got the world's noisiest commode.
No, that's all right. It's just I was a bit worried, mate, that you're having a bad day with her and should you or shouldn't you be streaming? You know what I'm like.
No, she's fine. She's just being a bit noisy when she's stumbling about.
All right.
I said, if you're going to stumble about, can you just do it quietly? She went, sorry.
Oh, bless her. You leave her alone, you rotter.
It's all right. She farted in my face as I went out, so.
Oh, good girl.
Yeah.
See, that's a sign of love and contentment, that is. That's what H tells me when she farts on my end. Like, really, love? Thanks for that. Because I love you, she says.
That's a way of saying, get your hand off my arse. That's what it is.
Well, you know, I've got nowhere else to put it. It takes up most of the bed. Oh, no, I didn't, did I? Please tell me I didn't just say I did, didn't I? Oh, God, I'm so in trouble.
That's right, Mama Wolf hates it when I'm helping to get to the toilet and I'm making like the vehicle reversing noises. She's like, can you stop doing that, please?
Bless her. Let's make sure
it's
I'm
funny
getting them angles
when
right.
I'm doing stuff to help her and she's like, will you just stop doing that? I said, look, the government pays me to look after you. Therefore, I have to look after you. Shut up.
Here you go. Welcome to the world of Captain Twitchy. See, that was good, that, folks, if you caught that.
What'd you do? What have you dropped now?
No, that was one of my go-to-move something, have a twitch, and it flies off in the air and ends up over there moments.
Why can it never fly off over there and go where it needs to go? That'd be handy.
Oh, I found it. I spotted it. I saw its trajectory.
I'd bet you're all steady now.
Yeah, I know. I said I've instantly looked at it, put it over there, and I've forgotten which way up it went. Doofus.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bobbin says the world is full of strange things, like Fox, for example.
Yeah.
And Paul Lewis says, to paraphrase a line from the Fargo TV show, finding a severed human foot in your toaster oven is strange. Fox is just odd.
Very odd. You're not far wrong there, PJ, mate. He should come with a government health warning.
I remember talking to spooky stories. I do remember my mum told me once that my grandma, who I didn't actually really know, one of my grandmas, my dad's two uncles were killed in the war.
Oh, right, yeah.
One, I can't remember how one of them was killed, but one of them, my Uncle Vivian, he would have been, was killed on a bridge in Arnhem.
Oh, right,
by a German sniper. And he's actually in a book. I think it was called The Man Who Knew Too Much, and it's just, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, he's in there, he's mentioned in there. And so the story goes, and it's one of these like World War II type grandparent stories that my grandmother was stood there at the kitchen sink doing something. It was dark outside, and suddenly outside she saw her husband, my uncle. Oh, my grandma might be my great aunt, whatever it would be. Anyway, I think. Anyway, she saw her husband outside, stood underneath the lamppost, looking in. And apparently, she said that at that point she just knew.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, it was the exact time.
Oh,
that he was killed. Now, of course, it's all apocryphal, and it probably isn't true, but you know, it's amazing how these things all meet up after the fact. But it's still a spooky story. There's plenty of them from the war.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how many times have you sat there and you've gone, phone's going to ring? You've just got this sense that the phone's going to ring, and it bloody rings. It is weird how you get a sixth sense.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I had it with me cousin, you know, was chatting to him, and And he went and we parted company and all of that lot. And it was like, I can remember saying to my brother, I said, something ain't right there. He went, what? I said, he's got dead man's eyes, mate. And he died a week later.
Oof.
Now, we didn't know that he was ill. He had never told anyone that he had been dealing with an illness, and it was just, I had that feeling. He just had that look.
I mean, there could have been something about him that just didn't look right because he was ill, I suppose.
It's like, bloody dead man's eyes, isn't it? It's just, you just get that feeling, don't you?
Yeah.
So let's let them lights stay in there. Oakley dokley. What else have we got then? Got a couple of lenses to go in there. So we'll put them
lenses.
Get all them lenses.
I don't know if I've got the nerve to try drilling out these last gun barrels.
Do it. Make us
try
proud.
One. I'll try one, but it's going to go to pot. I can tell you that for now.
But you are a guru, and I want to see you explore these possibilities, mate. Show the people your skills.
When you're a guru and you make a mistake, it's a guru-level mistake.
Yeah, but don't forget, you'll have a parcel coming that will make it all worthwhile.
Make it all better.
Make it all better, won't it? And you'll feel the love again, and you'll be happy, and your little toes will be wiggling with excitement. And
blimey, I seem to have got away with it.
There you go.
I was about to say something then, and I'm glad that I didn't.
Proper proud of you now.
Yeah, it doesn't mean the next one will work though. Oh, I had a lot of practice with all them Cadians that I had to build.
Yeah, you know what'll happen now? See, you'll get an email in a minute saying that your thing's been dispatched as a reward.
That will be rather lovely.
Yeah.
If you told me at some point that I'd be making a model kit and using actual pliers, I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
Don't talk nonsense. Don't talk utter nonsense.
I know. It's scary, isn't it? Oh, how you've changed. You'll be moving decals round next with a scalpel.
Oh, we'll do that anyway.
Or you'll be cleaning under your fingernails with a scalpel.
No, I'm doing that. That's only for crazy people.
I accept my craziness. I wear it as a badge of honour.
A badge of honour?
Yeah. A goodly badge of honour.
A goodly badge of honour.
Who wears it as a goodly badge of honour, Governor?
He's a dedicated follower of honour.
What we got there?
Are you sat down?
I am.
Are you prepared?
Go on.
Got a third dude done.
God, bloody hell.
But the thing is, he was already pre-assembled. It's just literally cleaning him up and sticking him on the base. But still an epic.
Do you know, I'm very tempted to post that box to you as a reward.
What box?
The box.
Oh, no, because it's yours. Because then if I never get one, then you'll never have one and I'll have one, and that's not right. I've got no use for two of them. Well, I have, because I'll have to... Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
am sure you'll find a use.
And anyway, whatever you say, I'm not the person that's got another similar thing in their wish list.
Damn it. I thought you'd forgotten that.
Yeah.
Damn it, you've got a good memory.
I remember all the things.
Note to self, never admit anything. Squishy alert, Edward Leonard's in. And also in is Stuart Bremner. Says, good morning, I'm wide awake in hospital. We had a knee operation today. Looking for to do some lovely modelling. Absolutely, mate. I'll get well soon, mate. I hope it's gone according to plan. And hopefully you'll be back amongst the fold shortly. Yeah. Shortly. But see, you won't be able to do any DIY or anything. It's just total modelling therapy, mate. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Wow, they've actually almost drilled the barrel out for you on this one.
Drill out the barrel.
Yeah, barrel. It's got a slightly recessed barrel on this grenade launcher. That's nice of them.
Yeah. I hope your knee op went all right, mate, because your knees. Yeah.
Healing hugs from us too.
There you go. Candy Graham says, all this secret in I'm on tenterhooks. Jeff, honestly, I know, knowing you like I do, I know you're going to look at your screen, shake your head and give us that look. I know it.
You're going to be like...
I know you are. You're just going to go, really? Just as I thought they were sensible, they go and let me down.
Yeah. He'll be there going, I am so not your father.
Yeah, it'll be, no way did that boy come from my loins.
Yeah, these are not my children. I have no responsibility. I'm drilling my barrel out.
Yeah, barrel.
Yeah, barrel.
Keep that
changing my bit.
Comes in handy
no,
for
I'm
your
changing my chuck.
balls.
Hey up, Chuck. That's what I did there. I went all northern and everything.
Hey up, Chuck. Well,
because I'm northern,
let's not everything over, Cole, because that's what you do. Yeah.
When I was doing my GT40 yesterday, the day before yesterday, I was filming one bit and I was in this really tricky bit and it was really doing me head in putting them seats in it.
Yeah.
And I was swearing and everything. And right in the middle of all that, I think it was that bit, right in the middle of doing a tricky bit and swearing, I knocked my entire pot of cocktail sticks over.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, really? This is what happens now, is it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
How annoying was that for you?
Yeah, I had to sit there and pick them all up. And it's one of those things where you can't just pick them all up because you have to start getting tweezers to pick individual ones. Like, oh,
yeah.
Because some of them went down the side of other things.
It's like doll. Yeah.
Doll. Curses.
There you go. Edward says, I bet they're going to modify Nerf guns. No. Oh.
No. See, that wouldn't be dumb. Everybody's done that. I checked today, and I can promise you that nobody has done on YouTube what we're about to do. Yeah. There's a couple of people that have done something similar on a very small scale, but trust me, their videos are garbage because they've got no painting technique or modelling technique.
How do you think we have?
Oh no, compared to these, you know.
I love your optimism, dude. I'm just proud of my own insanity. I think I've taken it to a whole new level.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do think that my missus is just going to go, why?
I can honestly say that you will never have seen anybody do what we're going to do with the things that we're going to do with.
And I will tell you now, Fox, I am throwing you under the bus. I am going to go Fox's idea.
And she'll say,
if he told you to go jump off a cliff, would you do it?
Either that or she'll say, don't you go blaming him.
Yeah, don't you go blaming him.
You made the choice.
The well-spoken man.
Yes.
For many, many years, he was known as the well-spoken man. Who is the well-spoken man?
That sounds like a wiki entry or something.
Yeah.
It's like being cigarette guy on the smoking man on the X-Files as the well-smoking man.
But you have had the pleasure of audibly meeting H.
Yes, I have met your missus in my ear.
I will get her to come and sit down one night and have a talk to you, but I know we'd be going, here, Cole, what's that? Is that a knock at the door? And then it'd be, here, I've got this video. Yeah.
No, Colin sits there and says, I need to get her to sit down and have a chat one night, but in his brain he's going, no!
Yeah.
In his brain he knows that's the worst possible thing he could ever do in his entire life.
Yeah, I know it would come back and bite me right in the backside. Here you go.
Yeah.
See, it's becoming complete because it's now got the plane on the bonnet.
Edward Leonard says they're going to make hand puppets of each other. That's an idea.
I see what he did there.
Red Rabbit says soldering done, reassembling Vectrex, cross finger for no explosions. Vectrex is awesome.
Oh, nice one. So let's put that.
Have you got all the coloured cards for the screen?
Safely over there.
Panzer Cat's in says good morning all.
Hello, Panzer. How you doing, mate?
He issues hugs to both of us.
Happy days.
Hang puppets? Is this one of those weird streams, says Panzer?
Yeah. I'll believe you me, Panzer. It's weird, mate.
I mean, what I'm doing isn't that weird. What I plan to do isn't that weird. It's just fairly straightforward, but it's the subject.
Yeah, it's a bit...
I've got no emails from Amazon saying things have been dispatched. So
yeah, it's a little bit mad, isn't it?
I bet mine doesn't even arrive and I have to just place another order somewhere else.
Oh, Lambykins.
That's how things work for me.
Oh, no, I'm really welling up now.
It would be really not. It wouldn't be the first time that we've ordered something for both of us and you've got it and I've not.
Okay, I like music. Oh, poor little Lammy.
Yes.
So that's the...
Just call me Larry.
Yeah, Larry's a lamb, isn't he? And that is...
Super Mac game.
The other one.
Up in this rate. Did you go northern then, lad?
I did. I said t'other.
You said you did the shortening of the T.
Yeah, that's t'other one. T'other one.
T'other one. That's a good use of there.
Yeah. I don't know where it came from. Who knows?
Now we just need to get you saying up in these rate when you agree with someone.
All right.
Up in this rate, lad. Hey, it's freezing today, up in this rate.
Let's just make sure that that's that one.
Do you know, I'm in such a good mood doing these cleanups.
Yeah.
I might even give Jeff a second quote.
Oh, go for it. I'm sure he'll love it.
I'll have to reopen my quotes window. No. I think I've done this one before, but it's always a good one. We live in a society exquisitely dependent on science and technology, in which hardly anyone knows anything about science and technology. It's got a follow on. It says, and this combustible mixture of ignorance and power sooner or later is going to blow up in our faces. Who is running the science and technology in a democracy if the people don't know anything about it?
Hey, 2 quotes there, Jeff. I bet you feel honoured, didn't you, mate?
I know, yeah. I don't know if my Carl Sagan impression is probably terrible and it's absolute rubbish, but I like how sometimes just a little combination of words, it just comes out sounding like Carl Sagan, and most of the time it's just garbage. But
as long as it sounds like Carl Sagan in your mind, that's all that matters.
Everything sounds like Carl Sagan in my mind.
At the end of the day, that's all that matters, mate.
My 2 favourite voices to listen to at the minute, or 3 favourite voices. It's Carl Sagan, of course.
Yeah.
Professor Irving Finkel.
Yeah, good shout.
Who is an Assyriologist who's got a couple of audiobooks on Audible about ancient Mesopotamian history. And on one of those, The First Ghosts, as well as having Dr. Irving Finkel, who's brilliant, one of the voiceover artists that reads some of the extracts from some of the tablets is something, I think it's Jonathan Fenner. I think his name's Jonathan Fenner.
Oh, right.
He's an actor anyway, but he's got the most fantastic voice, and the way he reads the inscriptions on the tablets is just absolutely perfect.
Proper mint, is it?
It's perfect. Because on his other audiobook, they've got a different voice actor who sounds like a grumpy headmaster.
Yeah.
But in The First Ghost, it's just great.
Stuck his on.
Wow. On this guy's helmet, he's supposed to have like an eagle crest on his helmet.
Oh, right, yeah, it's got eagle on his helmet.
But because it's handmade, it's just like a shape. It's just a random shape. It's like, yeah, that's not very well sculpted, that one. Oh, bless him. I think he's got a Friday afternoon eagle on his helmet.
Oh, there, that's better.
Bit of swig.
Yeah.
Every little swig.
Exactly that. Edward says, favourite voice is Fox. He could listen to himself all day long. Absolutely.
No, I hate my own voice.
I hate my accent. Always have done.
I love your accent.
Always
I wish I
have
could
done.
do it.
It's one of them. Yeah. This is why when I first started doing YouTube, I was so reluctant because, yeah, it's the sound of your own voice it's not great, is it?
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to remember. I don't know what I was going to say then. Everybody hates their own voice, but you'd be surprised how many people's voices they hate are actually popular to everybody else. I like the sound of your voice; it's great. Yeah. It's got a certain natural, honest, open sort of charm to it. It's not a pretend voice. It's not a shouty YouTuber.
No,
it's not somebody acting. It's like you see what you get. What you get is what you see. Whatever.
Yeah, WYSIWYG.
It's a straight as it comes voice. Yeah. It's a kit I really like.
Yeah. I'm gonna build this, and
plus you sound like an orc, which is even better.
Yeah, my inner orc is within, and it's there.
Yeah. I should gift you that game on Xbox, that Orcs game. I can't remember what it's called.
Jeff says both presenters' voices sound excellent. Oh, thank you.
I thank you very much.
But it's one of them, innit? You first hear yourself on YouTube and you think, oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, there's some people whose voices just don't do anything for me, like Professor Brian Cox. I love Professor Brian Cox. He's awesome. But his voice doesn't chill me or relax me in any way. He's like, here's the universe. It's really exciting. It's brilliant. And it's like, I love you, but your voice doesn't make me chill out. Irving Finkel. He needs to write more books so that he can do more audiobooks. Because I've listened to audiobooks, and audiobooks always sound like it's somebody reading a book.
Yeah.
But when you listen to Irving Finkel, if anybody's got Audible, I strongly recommend, even if you have no interest in ancient Mesopotamian history, which a lot of people don't, trust me, just get the first Ghosts.
You won't be disappointed, is what you're saying.
No, just as something to listen to for 9 hours. It's a good chill-out thing. It's about, like, Mesopotamian ghosts, beliefs, and lore and mythology and stuff. But it's really good. But I've never come across somebody who can read a book and just sound like they're just talking. Apart from Irving Finkel, he's not an actor. He's a professor of Assyriology. He's an assistant keeper of Assyriology at the British Museum, and he just sounds like he's just talking, not actually reading it.
Astronomers are brilliant, though, aren't they, when they get going? So they've all got that laboratory voice, haven't they? Like the one out of Far Show. That very soft whisper voice, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
There's the guy who runs the Jodrell Bank. He's always on presenting stuff. He's got a kind of Manchester accent. He's like, hey, when are we going to look at this? And he always sounds really like a child.
Yeah.
Excited about what he's talking about. I can't remember his name now. Never actually been to Jodrell Bank. It's only down the road. Let's go at some point.
PJ says, I like the confident voice inside my head. It hates me. Yeah.
Yep. I actually heard an explanation as to why people hate listening to their own voices. And it makes perfect sense. It's because when you hear your voice talking, you're hearing all the extra amplification and bass modulation through your bones and your brain and your skin and muscles.
Yeah.
When you hear it, that's just actually what your voice sounds like to everybody else.
Yeah.
So you're actually hearing your own voice as you would never be able to hear it because you're inside your own head. It's like, oh yeah, never thought of that.
Yeah, see?
Oh yeah.
All this knowledge you impart.
Brain fold feeding informations.
But it is that thing, isn't it? We've all done it when you first start doing YouTube. And it's your fault because I never used to watch any of me content because I hated me voice. And you hear yourself talking for the first time and you think, do I really sound like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, though, because you don't realise, because like you say, you hear your voice in your own earphones and you just think that's how you sound, but then you play it back and you're like, oh my God, because I felt I was that stereotypical, God blimey, governor, do you want your chimney swept? You know, one of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, which I probably do sound like, let's be honest, but not as bad as Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, not as bad as Dick Van Dyke. I mean, I've never been bothered by the sound of my own voice. I've never been able to, whenever I tried doing, like, when I was doing my music and stuff, if ever I tried doing singing, I hate it. That's why I never did it, because I'm like, I can't listen to that. I can't sing very well anyway, and also I was not very good at writing actual songs. My lyrics were terrible. I think the only thing I ever sung that I was reasonably happy with was a cover version of Kraftwerk's The Model, but that's because I was doing a fake German accent and trying to reproduce their voice, so I got a bit of a, you know, an easier time on that one.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Ping. Ping. All these bits of sharp metal in my room now that I don't know where they are.
Yeah, but they give you pingularity, don't they?
Yeah, they give me stabbing in the feet as well, which is not good. Stabbing in the feet, it's the future of something. That's the beauty of Daz.
Yeah, it's... Edward says, good thing he says he likes Professor Brian Cox instead of saying he likes Cox. Yeah. I'll see what you did there, Edward. I'll see what you did there, mate. Don't ever change, Edward.
Some things in life I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah. That would be an ecumenical matter.
A matter at most ecumenical. I actually adore Professor Brian Cox. I just watch him do stuff all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, his voice isn't like, it's not a Carl Sagan mellow out voice.
No.
And that's the same thing with Neil deGrasse Tyson. I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, he's awesome.
Yeah.
But his Cosmos was nothing compared to Sagan's because he hasn't got that kind of voice. Half of what made Sagan's Cosmos so good and makes it age so well is his voice and the script that he wrote. I mean, you know, deGrasse Tyson is a good writer, but he ain't no Carl Sagan. He's not quite got that poetic, lyrical way of writing.
See, we always say that Jeff sounds like Carl Sagan, but should we really be saying Carl Sagan sounds like Jeff?
Yeah. Finished the dude.
No.
Yep.
How many is that?
4 times a night. Rightly.
DL, mate. You will.
Don't forget, like 2 of these dudes had one part. So
I don't feel that impressed now then.
Yeah, so it's more like 3 dudes, let's say. There's still 3 dudes.
Yeah, but they're not.
And it is
exactly...
metal, which takes longer to clean up.
Metal, it takes longer to clean up. Yeah, but they're not multi-part kits, are they? You know?
It takes longer to clean up. It's harder to work with.
Hey, mate, at least I've got my box. That's all I'm saying.
You can stop touching your box, you filthy pervert.
Yeah, I got mine and you haven't.
Filthy, dirty little pervert. You filthy reprobate.
Retro says, Vectrex assembled, plugged in, fingers crossed. If we hear a kafut, is that when we go, yeah, someone needs to go and rescue you?
Is a kafut like a...
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah. Yeah. He had a disappointed face as he flew across his room after the explosion.
You had the face of a disappointed horse.
Yes. Yes, he had a confused look on his face as he flew over the bonnet of my car.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got that on there, and then we've got...
Stringy bits. Let's get rid of these stringy bits.
No explosions. He's got a good neck glows. Game sounds are playing. No picture yet, but there may be some adjustments still. Oh, there he goes. He built a gaming rig then.
Ahead.
Sounds like he's built a nice gaming rig then, doesn't it? Am I right?
What, a Vectrex?
I don't know. What is a Vectrex?
Oh, Vectrex is like a early 1980s. Imagine you've got a little joystick, right? The joystick there. And then take your iPad, your tablet.
Yeah.
But put it in portrait mode.
Yeah. I am listening,
mate.
Yeah,
portrait mode like that. And then have like a little controller thing here. And that's the screen of the Vectrex. You can't really see it, but that's the screen of the Vectrex.
No, because you're not on screen, yeah. Not properly anyway.
That's your thing there, and there's a little joypad here thing, little pull-out thing.
Yeah.
And it's basically vector graphics. It's basically a giant oscilloscope screen.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's vector graphics. Everything is one. Do you remember the old Star Wars arcade game?
Yeah, I remember it, yeah.
That's vector graphics.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you now.
And it's all monochrome, so you get little coloured overlays to play different games. So it's like... Oh.
Nice one.
My mate's got one. It is brilliant.
Happy days.
Vector graphics.
Get your graphics here, not ordinary graphics.
Worth a lot of money nowadays, then, if they're working.
Yeah, but they're vector graphics. Can't believe you've done 4 dudes. I'm so proud of you, mate.
I know.
They grow up so quick.
I've got rid of the chat, haven't I? Where's the chat gone? There it is.
He
says, woo, 100% working. Photo going up on the boom hut now. Yay.
Get in there.
What games have you got for it, Benny? Have you got the Star Wars-alike game? I seem to remember one where you're going up a mountain or something towards something. I can't remember now. It's been a long time since I've seen one. Have a look. Look one up later, Cole. You'll know what it is when you see it.
So that's something else you've just added to my list of things that I need to do. It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, you would have thought after all these years you'd have learnt the error of your ways.
No, I'm not. It's not the error of my way. It's the error of your way for letting me do it. I'm always going to push things your way. I'm going to broaden your horizons.
We'll do retro. I'll have a look later, mate. I'm not logged into Facebook at the moment, mate.
Jeff says, congrats, James. Well done. What a classic game machine. They still look really cool too. Edward says, congratulations. One of my favourite consoles ever that I got rid of. Sorry about. Blew up many capacitors and circuit boards, says Edward. Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
We had to fix my Pong machine many years ago. It was an old black and orange binatone one.
Yeah, I've got that in the loft, 10 in 1.
Yep. But the power pack had gone, so we had to kind of jiggle together a power pack.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's gone now. It's long gone, I think.
Yeah. Let that settle. Yeah, it says nice. The little CRTs are cool, says Jeff. Yeah, certainly are, mate.
Oh yeah,
it's all coming back. People are, people are looking out for them again, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Old PCs, I'm doing a retro build because I've still got the motherboard from my Pulsar 24 Packard Bell. And I've got a spare case, and it's like I'm just going to do a retro build of it because, just be nice to see how bad Windows 95 is.
We've got, in our front bedroom where I store all my stash. It's a spare room, basically. We've still got an old Windows 3.1 PC in there that's not been used in 20 years.
Yeah, my 386 is,
Yeah. And we've also got an old Amstrad word processing machine, which is it's like you get the monitor and it's all built into the monitor, and then you get a separate keyboard.
We've got 2 Amstrad products in our loft. One is the double deck video, and the other one is the infamous Amstrad emailer.
Oh God, you know I had one of them.
Yeah, and it was one of them garbage, products. Yeah, they were bad, weren't they? But
I mean, Amstrad really was just the Ratners of electronic goods.
Oh, of course it was. Of course it was. But hey, it made him a multi-millionaire, didn't it?
Oh yeah, my dad went to one of these things that you get in hotels every now and then. They'll take out the function room and they'll just do this auction of just crap.
Yeah,
they'll be auctioning off kettles and things.
Yeah.
So they were doing this auction. Dad went there and he bought some bits, but he also bought this little Amstrad games machine.
Yeah.
Little games console, and this was in the late 90s. So and he got this thing, and me and my friend were like, "What is this piece of crap? It's terrible."
Yeah.
And it's this is in the era. This is in the almost PS2 era, and yet here's this little crappy 16-bit. It was terrible. I had 3 games with it. Absolute garbage.
Yeah, that's it was classic Amstrad, mate.
So why did you buy this, Dad? So I thought you might like it. So it's kind of garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, but Dad, it's got an Amstrad badge on it, and that was the most difficult badge to ever remove from a product, was an Amstrad badge. If only he had built the rest of the appliance using the same super strong join that he did on that. But
yeah.
It's damn you with your non-removable badges. I'm still bitter. Yeah. Legend. Legendary stuff.
Legend in his own lunchtime.
Yeah, something.
Let's have a look. Rabbit says, I've only got the built-in Asteroids clone. My friend whom I got it from hasn't located his stash of games for it yet.
Oh,
when I got it, the screen had displayed a single dot, so the convergence had collapsed and the coils weren't getting any signal to move the beam. Cool. The guy that has the anti-tank launcher on his shoulder.
Yeah.
The guy with the man pad, which sounds like a sanitary product. It sounds horrible. The guy with the man pad. He's also got a little guy squatting down with him who's got a spare missile. So there's obviously got the missile firing guy and the feeder that hands him the missiles. I like that. That's quite good. He's actually got a backpack with 2 spare missiles as well.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Yeah.
Retros, the single dot quote. That you could have done that in the voice of Sagan. That dot is us. Yes.
Consider again that single dot. That's asteroids. That's Frogger.
See, that's your 3rd Sagan quote. You're doing well on that.
Yeah.
4 dudes and 3 Sagan quotes. Can we put an alert out on the internet? Someone needs to find the real Fox.
Yeah. On that dot, everyone you've ever known, everyone you've ever loved, everyone who's ever lived their life, lived it on that dot. Mood of dust suspended in a sun. That is such an... If you've never watched it, go and look on YouTube for Carl Sagan's Pale Blue Dot. There's various versions with... The people have put crappy music over it. Some people have put Cosmos theme over it. Some people have re-recorded it in their own voice and it's terrible. Because they're all like, consider again that pale dot. It's like, oh, God, let's just don't even try.
Yeah. Don't work, does it?
No.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Every saint and sinner. I wish I could remember it off by heart. It's a powerful bit of shenaniganery. See, I didn't do as well on this barrel.
Was it a bit dodgy, was it, mate?
This one's not quite in the middle. But I can correct it with my with my knife of correcting.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, soldier. They grow up so quick, don't they?
The thing is, right, when you drill a plastic barrel, you can see where the hole is in relation to the edge of the barrel. When it's metal, you can't see crap because it's all shiny. You've got no idea whether you're in centre or not. It will have to do.
I am sure it'll be fine. He says optimistically.
Super match game. Oh no, till I put primer on it. Then I will know.
Resolve. And then back in there. Are you all right if we go to laugh past, mate?
Yeah, I can go on forever now. Mum Wolf's already in bed, so.
Yeah.
It's more about you, dude.
That's right. Yeah. I'll go to laugh past if that's all right, mate.
Yep, that's right. It's your channel.
I know, but, you know, we're both, co-hosts at the end of the day. It's not just all about me, dear.
No, but you're the one that needs to have a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Limit.
I know, mate.
So
I'll just also, I'm back in the looking for brownie points mode, you know. Yeah,
that's true.
Because I had brownie points, didn't I? And then I kind of ended up in the doghouse, didn't I? So
yeah. Now, is she working tomorrow? Because I haven't heard your alarm go off yet.
No, it won't go off until the Chinese dentist, mate.
Chinese dentist.
2:30.
Oh yes, I've got you. I've just got you. Yes, it took a second.
Yeah, half two, mate. No, I checked. I checked with her before I went live, mate.
It's for the best.
Yeah.
Once bitten, twice bitten.
Yeah, I was so proud of myself and all. Oh, I'm in the good books, bragging away. I was, oh, mate, I'm flavour of the month, you name it. Yeah. Rung her up and she said, I ain't going to work. She says, the coronation, you dimwit. Oh.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you're Festa, aren't you?
Yeah. She was just like, why me? I said, but you love me, dear. You try my patience repeatedly, she says. I said, all right, love.
You don't push it.
Yeah. I said, all right, love. Come on, let's not split hairs over this. She said, you can't. You've got a bald head. Oh, damn it. She's noticed.
Oh, she's been tipped to it.
Yeah.
She's twigged.
Yeah. Oh, you spoon.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have said spoon. I think it might have been something a bit more affirmative than spoon, but we'll leave it be.
Yeah,
we'll leave it to our fecund imaginations.
That's me being a spoon. You know me, mate. It wouldn't be me without me being a spoon.
Your spooniness knows no limits.
Yeah, so I don't need them bits anyway.
Jeff says, it's a great feeling to resurrect an old piece of technology. Kudos to Rabbit.
Yeah, fair
EC
play to
Idaho
him.
is in and says, good day and evening to all.
Hello, EC. How you doing, geese?
Hello. Are we saying hello to EC Idaho?
Absolutely.
Do beep beep beep. Do beep beep beep. That's 2 barrels I've been able to drill out.
I'm proud of you. One.
I've just had to straighten his las rifle a little bit because it was a little bit bent. He's a little squatty fellow. Bend his bits.
So proud of you, mate. All these dudes you've been building. Oh, mate, it's like you've turned over a new leaf, mate.
It's almost like no assembly is required, isn't it?
I'm proper made up for you, mate.
We'll need to trim that, don't I?
Just needs
a little bit
little bit of this, little bit of that, little bit, a little bit.
Hey, that's going to have somebody's eye out. I'm going to walk on the floor at some point and have 18 bits of shards of metal jammed into my feet. I really am just courting disaster here, I think.
Yeah, you're playing with fire there, mate.
I bent his rifle. I
Fires.
bent his end. I bent his end a bit.
Oh dear.
Okay, I cut too much off that. Never mind. Let's fix that with some fixing goodness. Some cunningness.
Some cunning fixage.
Yes. Squish. Squish. Squishing now.
In doubt, put a bit of that on.
If in doubt, squish it out.
Getting all whispering Bob there. Here you go.
There you go.
Happy days.
Where's me thing? There it is. Where's my cleaning thing?
Your thing of cleaningness.
I've got to clean my end out.
That's the chrome trim along the edge of the bumper.
Trim your chrome.
So, we got all of that going off.
Finished a guy.
Oh, I'm proud of you, soldier.
5. That's half a squad.
I tell you, you're on a roll tonight.
Oh, no,
you?
I've not finished him yet. I've got to put his backpack on. Hang on.
Oh, there you
I
go.
lied. I've just cleaned out my flipping super glue pot as well.
You lulled us all into a false sense of security there by convincing us that you had done an extra dude, and when really you hadn't.
I know.
Shame on you.
Such shame. Like as you've never known. I've done him now. Finished him now.
Any of those. Let's have a bit of a clear out.
Right, finish that dude.
Oh, I'm proud of you, mate.
He is now finished. I can confirm.
Honestly, they grow up so quick, folks, don't they?
Tiny little wee fella. It's tiny little wee fella.
There you go.
It's him, and he's the guy that carries the missiles for the missile firing dude. You see?
You're so proud, aren't you?
Pachoo! They're all my babies.
You wait till his parcel arrives, folks. He is gonna be such an happy little fox.
Oh, these will go back in the box and be forgotten about then.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm building them now, mate. I've got this new super shiny thing. Well, say super shiny.
I shall not start another dude now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 5 left in that squad. So I shall leave that. We can finish that squad next week when I do 5.
Absolutely. I've still got quite a few bits to add to the car. So
Edward Leonard says, "Lol, I have to laugh. One of my all-time favourite games was Sega Bass Fishing with the fishing pole controller on the Sega Dreamcast. So weird. I remember that. I've never used it, but I remember it.
We've got loads of bits. I sprayed shed loads of bits, and quite a few of them are bits that aren't actually used on this variant, which is quite funny. But hey,
Wait,
you know.
Are you saying there's bits that you've not put on because you had a choice?
Yeah. Optional extras. Yeah.
I thought that wasn't a possibility with you.
Yeah, that's Warhammer, mate. It's mandatory on Warhammer. You know, there are a couple of bits.
To other kits.
Yeah, there are a couple of bits that I should have added on that I forgot to add on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's all right. You know, it's like too late now because, you know, it's, yeah.
Better mark these so I know where they come from.
The antifreeze canister. Let's bung that in there so that I don't lose it. What's the betting I end up losing it?
You'll lose it.
There you go.
You put it somewhere not to lose it, you'll lose it.
Move my Elon Musk Starship out of the way because I understand.
Starship.
That'll be getting painted at some point. But yeah, we are beginning to get the car to a state that I'm getting reasonably happy with it. So there you go, folks. It is coming along.
On the crest of a wave. No, sorry.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a polish, I must admit. But
Steady.
I got, obviously, the bonnet from last week with its stripiness on there and its aeroplane. So, if you're watching this back, Mr. Lines, hopefully you like what I'm doing with it. Yeah. Here you go,
All
folks.
I thought of them when you said Mr. Lines is Tosh Lines from the bill.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, Tosh Lines. Yeah, blimey. Now you're going back. Yeah. Reg Hollis, best character in the world.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely. I must go back and watch all of the bill at some point.
Cool, that's a binge watch and a half, isn't it?
There was something like 3. I actually got through most. I spent about 2 years watching on an archive somewhere from 1983 to about 2003, and that's when it became a bit soap opera-ish and I stopped watching.
Yeah. I watched it when Burnside and that was about, when they was having their ding-dongs with Monroe every week, but
Oh, yeah.
that's about all I remember from it, really. That and the fact that Cryer had an extraordinarily strange-looking nose.
He had a proper Roman nose, did Barry Cryer.
Yeah.
Sergeant Cryer.
Sergeant
But no,
Cryer.
I love the bill. So, yeah, it took me about 2 years to get through it, watching a couple of episodes a night, perhaps. Because it's like something like 3,500. But I got to like the early 90s and it was like, yeah, it's a crappy soap opera now. I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I might do the rest of it, feel me, because there's only a couple of bits to put on it. So I might do that during the week. Try and get the Volkswagen bus primed this week so I can sit and assemble that next week. We'll see. We'll see how my week goes.
Yeah.
No, that's coming along. I'm pleasantly happy with it.
How many coats of gloss in the end did you have on it?
5.
5.
Yeah, it's got to be polished up yet, but yeah.
How much polishing is going to be involved, do you reckon?
Don't know, mate. Till I get it where I'm reasonably happy with it. I don't go for glaring shine, to be honest with you, because most people that polish a car don't do it, do they? They don't have it like that. So, yeah, I shall just buff it up as if it's been an average Joe that's polished his motor. So,
although it was a race car, so they'd probably do it extra special.
yeah, it's not going to be a showroom finish, but you know the dash has got a shine on it there. So try and match that. But at the moment, it's full up with all my fingerprints again. So yeah.
Fingerprints.
No, it's been a nice little interesting build, to be honest with you. It's something different again, isn't it? You know?
Well, I've got these guys built so far. So that's one half of a squad, and some random officers.
Nice one.
So I've only got 30 more of those, plus a few other dudes to build.
30 more, blimey, mate. You've got an army and a half to paint there, isn't
30. Well, there's 30 more dudes plus 2 more of these heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ding dong, mate.
It's going to be fun painting them. Take me a long time.
You're going to be duded out before long.
Yeah. But it'll be great fun to paint.
Edward Leonard says, looking good, mate, to myself with my car, and says, congratulations, Fox, on the record dude building quantity. Yeah.
I thank you very much. Shiny car and shiny dudes. Coincidence, says Jeff?
Yeah, scary, isn't it?
Science determines that.
Exactly. But no, it's going to be a nice little car to have in the collection on the side there, and it was very kind of Paul to send it down to me.
Yep.
So,
very nice gift.
There you go. So we're going to love and leave you there. Let you all get on with the rest of your evening. Are we Warhammering tomorrow or today or later on?
Yes, I've not booked it in yet, but I shall get it scheduled.
No worries, mate. So we'll catch you over on the Guru's channel for that.
I'll do 5 more dudes.
And in the meantime, take care, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you then. Don't forget, I'll be back on Sunday at 2 o'clock. With the rest of the gang for a Festa's Sunday at the Bench. Probably do a bit of group build and a bit of gallery for you this week. It's been a while. So join us for that one. In the meantime, stay safe, stay well. Thanks for your continued support. Love to you all. We'll see you on the next one, Pete. Bye.
Adios, amoebas. Bye.
chance to be ruthless.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.